What's up, guys? Thomas Ma here alongside Josh Davis. Welcome to the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend finale. The Philadelphia Eagles take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down in what looks like a clear Tampa Bay Raymond James Stadium. The rain is going to stay away. It looks like the majority of at least the second half. Jalen Hurts is playing, albeit with a glove and his fingers taped up. And we have a very interesting and very intriguing wildcard matchup for Philadelphia. Not just on the field, Josh, off the football field as well, as many people consider this to be Nick Sirianni's last chance to save his job. And what an interesting next 4 hours it could be. The Eagles look good. Sirianni's the man. Philadelphia rolls into the Detroit Lions home stadium next Sunday afternoon. Sirianni looks bad. The Eagles lose. And we have a very interesting conversation starting probably early tomorrow morning.
Yes, a lot riding on it. This is a crazy... Lots of implications again, and shout out to all the people in the chat. It's going to be great. It's already in better spirits. I know, you feel this way. I feel this way. Everyone feels this way because Dallas lost. I mean, how great was that? Dallas lost yesterday. Packers beat them, especially in the fashion that they did was awesome. But you mentioned it. It's like the future and the ability is right in front of you. Like to be able to win this game, if you can win it, you kind of right the ship in a way. And then go to Detroit and hey, that's not a cakewalk. They're a good team. The Eagles are, I think, underdogs like 2.5, but you can't look ahead. We know that. You have to take care of business in this game without AJ Brown, without other starters as well, and run the football. I think that's really what it comes down to. Like I asked the question, I'm curious to get your thoughts on this, but where is the over-under in your mind that's an acceptable number of rushes? Like if you were to say, hey, they ran the ball, 30 times. All right, that's good enough. Like regardless of how the game outcome is, how many times do they need to run the football for you to be happy?
I think it has to be a serious attempt at running the football, and it has to be something that they continue to do early and often, even if it doesn't work early. Like, let's just say that they are struggling to run the football, and they got to go ahead and throw it just a couple of times. Fine. That's all fine. But at some point, you've got to stick to running the football. And you remember, it was a long time ago, but Week 3, Philadelphia, on a similarly wet football field at Raymond James Stadium, they ran the ball over 40 times for 200 yards, and what was probably their last great rushing performance of the entire year. They had spurts here and there, but that was their last dominant rushing performance. And if they can get back to doing that tonight, Josh, it feels like it's a winnable football game against a Bucs team that, sure, has players. They have names that you will recognize, but it's a football team that has struggled mightily over the past few weeks, including only 9 points in a albeit one-sided win against a really bad Carolina Panthers team just a week ago. I want to get your thoughts on all the reports that have been coming out about the Eagles' overall situation and the whole idea that they have a coaching issue, whether it's offensive coordinator. We've heard it's Brian Johnson. We've heard it's Nick Sirianni. We've heard it's Jalen Hurts. And your opinion tonight, if Philadelphia wins this game, do any of them leave in the offseason?
Gosh, that's a tough one if they win tonight. I think that the coordinators, in my mind, the coordinators are gone. I don't care. I mean, you'd have to run the table. I don't know where that falls exactly, but even if you made the NFC Championship game, you put up a respectable fight, maybe the coordinators stay. But in my mind, the coordinators are for sure gone. It's really just a question of, does Sirianni keep his job? And, again, you're kind of referencing, but we talked about it earlier, but the Tim McManus report of Jalen Hurts and Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni not being on the same page, not having the same vision for the offense, therefore leading to a lack of an identity. And that's what we haven't seen. So I agree. I think it's a question of, can they put forward enough of an effort? You got to win this football game. In my mind, if they lose it, all bets are off. It's like, hey, you know what? Sirianni is probably gone. It's weird because we'll get conflicting reports and, no one's going to know. It's going to be total speculation for a little while, but I feel like Sirianni's on the hot seat. Jay Glazer says that he's not. He said, nope, I'm not hearing anything. He's going to keep his job, even if they lose against the Bucs. But I'm sorry, from what we've seen, those of us who have lived through it, it's a deeper issue than just a football team that's really not performing. There's some things in the locker room. There's vibes from Philly. There's vibes from the team. It's hard to say what exactly it is, but yes, like I say, in my mind, coordinators for sure have to go. It's just, again, can Sirianni save his job by winning this one? You go to Detroit, but I still, and maybe this is my own fault, but I had comments earlier of people saying if we win this game against the Bucs, I'll come crawling back, that's kind of where I'm at. It's as frustrating as it's been, if we win this game and the route that we have to take now, it's hey, you know what? You don't have to play San Francisco until the NFC Championship game. So that's positive. That's optimism. So yes, I'll probably be right there tomorrow if we win the game and being here we go. Let's get on a run because we got to go to Detroit.
The big question mark, obviously, is the injuries. No Reed Blankenship tonight. He tried to give it a go in pregame warmups, unable to get as close to 100% as he wanted to be. You will have Avonte Maddox as your starting safety alongside Kevin Byard. And, of course, Jalen Hurts. You see him on your screen right there warming up. You'll notice a couple of things. One, gloves, both hands here, something we've not seen Jalen do throughout his career. Not something a lot of quarterbacks like to do besides, I guess, Kenny Pickett, but he has two taped fingers. Obviously, the one he jammed, it's taped together, his index and his throwing finger, as well, or his ring finger, I should say, and he's going to wear the gloves as well. He was asked pregame by, I believe, the ESPN Monday Night Countdown crew how it feels. He says not good. He said it's not what he would prefer. It's not where he wants it to be, but you see it there. He's slinging it around, and they feel confident that he's going to be okay and good to go based off of what they saw in practice, Josh, and that was a very good Friday and Saturday. You think anything different from Hurts tonight? You think he's going to be just fine?
I think, yeah, I don't think, I mean, he's going to give it a go. He's tough, but I'm going to be shocked if we're same offense, like deep shot, throwing the ball, trying to really win it with Jalen. Like this needs to be a game of running the football, taking advantage of. I mean, we saw it from DeAndre Swift. We know what he did in week 3, the ability to run on the Bucs. Like that's what you have to get back to. Like shout out to Maxwell who said earlier, Swift will be our X factor. That's really what it comes down to. Swift will be our X factor. Throw in playoff Kenny. I think Kenny, he had a good game. He had a good game last week, despite not really any other Eagles, maybe Quez if you want to throw him out there. But like Kenny Gainwell did fairly well. So if you get him out there, maybe he's the offset with DeAndre Swift. But in my mind, like you got to run the football 35, 40 times. I really think you just pound the rock. There shouldn't be any reason where you're asking Jalen to, hey, let's continue to throw the football, deep shots, throw it 40 times in this game. Like if that happens, I feel like we're going to lose because it's just going to be, I think it's inevitable. Like you have any sort of injury like that. I've never dislocated a finger, but like hearing reports, talking to people that have, throwing a football, especially a deep shot, is not going to be as effective. And so as much as they love to do it, I don't know, it would just be counterintuitive to my mind to say, hey, let's have Jalen dial up deep shots, especially because like you could throw it to Smitty, sure, but do we want him throwing it to Quez Watkins? I mean, like, come on. That is just asking for just disaster if we're throwing it to Quez beyond 20 yards.
One notable player who is back on that defense is going to be Darius Slay. He's been out the past couple of weeks dealing with a knee injury following a very minor knee surgery. He said his knee hasn't felt healthier in almost 5 years, and so expect to see some good things from him, slowing down what is a very, very interesting offense with Tampa Bay and the Baker Mayfield attack that they're going to go ahead and usher in tonight. Rashad White comes in, having been a good part of their running game, but this is very much a pass-heavy offense, an offense that wants to throw the football vertically down the field to 1,000-yard receiver Mike Evans, and also to his running mate Chris Godwin. For as much as we talk about the Eagle offense and Jalen Hurts and running the football, if the Eagles are unable to get off the field on defense and get some pressure on Baker Mayfield, which they did a very good job of all those months ago back in week 3, it could be a long night for Philadelphia and company.
Yes, definitely so. And I think it's going to come down to a couple of those. I'm curious if, because, we talked about like, I guess the fatigue and on both sides of the ball, right? Like that's kind of a given. If you see, is there some fatigue or guys playing too many snaps, something like that. But ultimately, like I'm right there as far as we have to, the defense has to be better. We know that it's been abysmal or worse, whatever, worst descriptor of that is, but it's been terrible. But it starts with the defensive line. I mean, I think that's the spot that you have to really look at. I'm glad we have the health, like you're talking about Darius Slay, his knee, the secondary playing better, but like the pressure has to get home. You have to get Baker Mayfield. We saw it in week 3. There's a way to do it. We just haven't seen it for these last several weeks now. And so hopefully you wake up that pass rush. Maybe Jalen Carter, a sack or two, throw that in there. Hassan Reddick get going. Josh Sweat, hopefully too, because he's been, maybe a couple of pressures, but non-factor in terms of sacks. So the guys have been talking all week, and they've been talking for 6 straight weeks, basically, of saying, we're going to get better. We're feeling something. There's an intensity. We're about to play playoff atmosphere. Goddard, saying that like it was maybe kind of down, playing possum or just like, we made the playoffs. If you believe that, fine. But I don't believe it. I don't think Jason Kelsey does based on his comment. This is the time, though. You have to make a statement. Shout out to Albert Pastrana right here with the super chat. It says 6 sacks, 150-plus rushing yards. No one gets past safeties. There's your recipe for success. Like, you want that. That is exactly what you want to happen. If that happens there, we get a win, no doubt.
Shout out to Catherine Mary Grand Jean with $2 super chat in there as well. All those things look pretty good in terms of Philadelphia trying to get a win tonight and continue on into this postseason that's been full of really interesting matchups. I mean, there's been a couple of upsets. Obviously, the Dallas Cowboys losing last night was kind of a big one. Other than that, though, every single home team has won their respected games, and Philadelphia will try to be the second road team to go to Raymond James Stadium and get a win against Baker Mayfield, the former number 1 overall draft pick, as we are about 10 minutes away from kicking this one off. We're glad you guys are with us. We're going to have a lot of fun on this broadcast tonight. Let's put the disclaimer out there. Josh's wife, Sandy, is past her due date with baby number 2, and any moment there is a chance Josh will leave us to go ahead and be a father times 2. Obviously, we hope the best. We hope that it holds, and if not, I'll hold down the fort, but best of luck to you guys, as that will probably be happening this week. And so thoughts and prayers to Josh and Sandy and future baby Charlotte.
Yes. No one knows. We've been talking about it offline, texted and whatnot, and you get like false alarms and everything else. But yeah, we're here for as long as we can be, and I appreciate you holding down the fort, because yes, it may be all of a sudden like, whoop, I got a text. So if you see me constantly checking the phone, it's obviously to see, is Sandy let me know, or are we going to make this through the whole game?
It's going to be a bunch of fun. All right, let's go ahead and get score predictions. Let us know your score predictions down below in the comment section. I forget what yours was the other day, Josh. What's your official score prediction for this one? It was lower scoring, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a lower scoring, and I know I'm going to get a little bit of hate for this, but like maybe it's a reverse jinx. I've missed it 6 straight weeks. I said the Bucs 24-21.
Wow.
It's one of those things of like, hey, you know what? They need to prove it to me. I've been wrong for so many weeks of just saying like, oh no, this is going to be the week. We're going to get it done. We're going to turn things around. I know the Bucs are not a great team, but hey, I put it out there. I want the Eagles to prove me wrong. Been wrong for 6 straight weeks, so maybe it helps. But I said 24-21 with the Bucs.
There you go. I will not turn the back on the Eagles. I got the Devontae Smith jersey. I don't blame you, though, because my pick is 27-17 Philadelphia, and I don't feel confident in it. But I don't know if it's just the week or the Cowboys losing yesterday, but I just have convinced myself that Philadelphia is going to look different somehow. There's so many bad storylines going around this team right now, whether it comes to coaching or whether it comes to A.J. Brown, who obviously is not playing tonight, whether it comes to Jalen Hurts' finger or Reed Blankenship and the injured knee. Like all these different questions, I think some of them get answered tonight. And if Philadelphia were to pull off a convincing win tonight, right? A convincing win, it's going to make it a very interesting week as a lot of the fans who had bailed on this football team come back for a team in Detroit that, listen, they're good, they're hungry, but they're still very green when it comes to the postseason. I'd like Philadelphia in that matchup next week if we can get there first. Also get to this super chat from Elbert, who says, Josh, congrats on the baby rings in the new year. A win. That would be nice. We could get those two things combined. That would be great.
Appreciate that. Yes, I'll take that. Get a win, get rolling, pick up the momentum. I'm with you too. Again, it's like you don't want to overlook or look past an opponent as Dallas did, or maybe they didn't. Maybe it was just Dallas being Dallas. But it's either way. Take care of business, and all bets are off. Like, hey, you know what? You pick up a little bit of momentum. You get healthy. There's looking like, based on the reports, that A.J. Brown will be hopefully good to go. They said that they're promised that he'll be healthy for next round if we can win tonight. So you get AJ back, another week for Jalen to get healthier, assuming he stays healthy in this one, obviously. But you have a shot, you have a chance, because Green Bay has to go to San Francisco, so you don't have to run into San Francisco. And I mean, honestly, I've said it before, but like the only one that scared me to play early, especially because we have no momentum, we have no, anything a leg to stand on, is playing San Francisco early. So if you can delay it, you go to the NFC Championship game, maybe there's a shot, maybe we get a chance.
How about Kelly, I think that's Borkowski is how I say her last name. Stuck in Arizona, bleeding green, go Birds. Love you guys, 24-10. I like that prediction as well. I really hope Philadelphia's defense can hold Baker to 10. I mean, Carolina's held him to 9 just a couple of days ago. So you'd like to think that there's a chance, but with this Eagle defense, you never really know. And there's a whole lot riding on this one, whether Sirianni stays, whether Sirianni goes. What will the offseason look like? Let's delay that for a week. Can we just delay the offseason talk for one more week and get Philadelphia into the divisional round? That's what I'm hoping for tonight, and we're getting ready to kick things off here. As always, you got to sync up with us as YouTube puts us about a play behind, as it always is. And so once they kick this bad boy off, we'll get you synced up and have a bunch of fun with that as well. I'm seeing a bunch of people talking pretty positively in the comment section right now. I've seen some 31-14s, 35-24, says Saggy Crayon. Birds, I hope, says Gabe. 34-6 Birds, says Jay. That would be, that'd be nice. That would be very, very nice.
6 points, my gosh.
How about scoring over 30?
That would be also really, really good. I'll say that. Also, shout out to Mr. Chris. He was saying, so you're saying there's a chance. This is back whenever I think we were talking about like the Eagles and Detroit, what the chances are. Also, we made kind of a side bet on one of the other live shows. So if Quez gets over 180 yards, he gets a Quez Watkins jersey. I wouldn't want a Quez Watkins jersey. I said you could take your pick, but he's here. So Chris, good luck
yards.
to you. 180
yards. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll believe that whenever I see it. I just take a Quez over under 3 catches. How about that? How about not dropping a critical deep ball that's right into his breadbasket? That'd be nice. That would be very, very nice. Yeah. Scrapjack says 35-9 birds. Caleb says 30 points, ? Yeah, they used to do that a couple of weeks ago, but 6 weeks later, they've barely even been able to sniff 30 points, it feels like, on offense. Any thought to this whole idea that the whole entire Eagle offense was dumbed down the past couple of weeks and they're going to unleash it tonight, Josh? Any bet we see that tonight?
Oh my gosh. I would love to say yes. Someone even said something to the effect of like, hey, they're pulling out the playoff playbook. They had saved it for the playoffs, but no, we know better. Like there's sarcasm, there's jokes, there's trolling, all the other stuff. And it's I get it, but no, realistically, you are what you are. And unfortunately, the playbook, the play calling has been terrible. It's been frustrating. It's been upsetting, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's going to be drastic. I would love for it to be, but the success or the recipe for success is still there. Like we said, just run the football more. The Bucs are not going to change what they do. You're going to see a ton of blitzes against Jalen tonight. He's not great against the blitz. Call it like it is. He's not great against it. Play calling's not helping him. So just run the football. Like we're not going to see drastic differences. I don't believe that, but there's a way to beat this team. You just got to impose your will, and we're going to see. I mean, Bucs get the ball first. Does the defense do anything here? This is it. Matt Patricia, it's time.
Eagles won the toss. They deferred the second half, as most football teams do. Philadelphia in their all-white uniforms. White jerseys, white pants, green helmets. Jake Elliott puts his right foot on the football, and we are underway as this goes out the back of the end zone, and that will trot Baker Mayfield in his red jersey with his gray pants and gray helmet. And the Eagle defense, led by Matt Patricia, and number 2, Big Play Slay, trots out there as well. Here comes the number 5 seeded Eagle defense. Let's see what they can do against a Baker Mayfield-led offense. Josh, where are we at on the old game clock? I got Baker walking into the huddle right now.
Yep, I'm just a little bit behind you. I may be, 10 seconds or so. We can get synced up here in a play.
All right, Baker snap breaks the huddle. They come out in shotgun formation. Rashad White to the right of Mayfield in the gun. And here comes the opening snap of the final game of the Wildcard weekend from the Buck 25. Baker takes a snap. 4-man pressure. He's going to throw. Pumps once, looks right, throws deep ball. That's incomplete. Tried to get Mike Evans on a double move. And already blanketing him there was Big Play Slay on the opposite side of his normal cornerback position. I expect to see Slay blanketing old Mike Evans basically the entire night.
Yes, let's see it all night. We'll get synced up. I got refreshed. I may be ahead here now. I'll let you know whenever I see the play clock.
All right, they just broke the huddle. They're showing me the Bucs offensive line right now and giving me a picture of Zach Cunningham's jersey. Mayfield going to be under the gun with 16 to go on the play clock. Mayfield takes the snap. Here comes a delayed blitz by Philadelphia. Across the middle. That's caught, and there's a first down. And that's the tight end Cameron Brate across the 40. Sorry, Kate Otten. And that's a first down, and there's the middle of the Eagle defense.
Yeah, you said it. It's on Maddox there. It's too easy. That's the part of the field you attack that hasn't changed pretty much all season.
19
I'm
on the play clock,
down.
18, 17, 16 on the play clock.
Yeah, I'm about 14. 3 seconds behind. I'm 17, 16, 15, 14, 13.
Baker takes the snap, play fake, 5-man pressure, steps up, shot across the middle. That's wide open. There's Mike Evans down to the Eagle 40. And just like that, 2 straight shots across the middle. Mike Evans a little slow to get up, but another good pass there from Baker Mayfield as I pause it to give us the shot to the crowd. And, well, bad ankle and all, Baker Mayfield looking good so far. He missed practice a couple of days. They brought Nicholas Morrow on a delayed blitz. Nobody gets close to getting home. And Baker's already in Eagle territory.
Gosh, it's just, again, I mean, you said it there. Slay's just kind of backing off, but it's a zone coverage and find the opening in the middle of the field.
13 on the play clock, 12, 10, 11. Right. Here's a give to Rashad White, first run of the evening. That's good for 9. And that was been a big problem for Philadelphia, at least the past couple of weeks, has been their first down run defense has been horrific as Fletcher Cox is back in after resting last week during the loss to the Giants. And Josh, well, so far, they're showing Matt Patricia right now, the defense isn't looking so hot.
No. Nope. Don't love what I'm seeing right now. Sad to say that it's not too surprising, unfortunately, but maybe they can wake up. It's early at least, so there is that. But I think I'm like 2 seconds behind maybe at this point.
All right, 11 on the play clock, 10, 9. I pause for a second, hit play. Mayfield takes a snap, turn, give White running right side, bounces off one man, and then goes forward for a gain of at least 4. Look like Jalen Carter and James Bradberry there on the stop as the play clock goes to 38-37.
Yep, we're good. We're synced up.
All right,
Sweet.
well,
they had him there. You're right. Yeah, opportunity, but this is the rush defense that, unlike in week 3, was number 1 in the NFL, has drastically fallen off a cliff there. So shout out to Joshua Folds, by the way. He says, from one Josh with a baby Charlotte to another. Good luck. That's awesome. What are the odds of that? Josh and a baby Charlotte, but appreciate it.
No third down yet for the Bucs tonight. Here's a first down and 10. Inside Eagle territory, 12:30 to go. From the Eagle 26, Mayfield in the pistol. Here's another give, White up the middle, and he's going to break a tackle and spin out of another one there as Jalen Carter is your first Eagle. That's a gain of 7. It'll be second down and 3, and so far it's been all positive plays right now for the Baker Mayfield-led Buck offense.
Yeah, this is something that we didn't see as much in week 3 as, Rashad White was there, but it didn't feel like they were running the football as effectively as they have as of late for the Bucs. Granted, not a great offense in general, but still they have, I think, that new wrinkle and especially taking advantage because, as we know, Philly's had the issue with that. So just kind of marching right down the field.
Third carry, 19 yards. He's averaging 6.3 a pop right now. Here's a play fake on second down and 3. Mayfield rolls right, throws incomplete. Try to get Otten on the right side. Zach Cunningham was in coverage. And there's your first, I guess, negative play for the Buck offense. We'll take it. Third down and 3 upcoming and a chance to stop this drive and force a field goal.
Yeah, we will take it. Anything to get to third down. Granted, it's a short third down, but hey, whatever it takes is there you go. Eagles on third downs. 46% conversion allowed, which is second worst in the NFL, and only 12 sacks on third down, which is also second worst in the NFL.
Third down and 3. Baker going to be in the gun. They're going to keep all the wide receivers in a trips formation at the bottom of the screen up tight, and Godwin alone to the top. Eagles playing soft coverage on third and 3. Here comes a 4-man pressure. Baker stops, throws, caught. White needs to go make it the guy to gain, and he does. He breaks 2 tackles, and he got a first down. James Bradberry, baby. That's James Bradberry for you. He had him dropped 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he didn't wrap up.
Oh, my gosh. I mean,
Roby was there
Bradberry
as well.
Bradberry and Roby both, but Bradberry gets both hands on it. I mean, Roby should be there to help out, yeah, but I'm so done. We're beyond done with Bradberry. You got to be kidding me.
Why did he start tonight? Great question. Keely Ringo and Slay would have been a nice combo as they flash Nick Sirianni on the screen. Here's a first down and 10 inside the Eagle red zone from the 17. Baker takes the snap. Play fake. Rolls to his right. Now steps up left. Pumps. Now comes Reddick. Now he gets away from it. Baker going to run. Baker to the 10 and slides across the 11. And that was another opportunity for a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Reddick missed him that time. It'll be second down and probably a short 3.
Yep, as Hartmeister here says, hope the Eagles would right the ship against the Bucs. Guess not.
Not so far. Yep.
It's same old, same old. There's issues in all phases so far that we've seen, and Bucs moving the ball right down the field. Oh, my gosh.
Here comes play 10 of this drive. 65 yards so far, second down and 3 from the Eagle 14. Mayfield in the gun. He takes the snap. He's going to throw. 4-man pressure all day. Steps up, fires. Incomplete. They had a chance for Otten there with Maddox in coverage over there at the safety spot in for the injured Reed Blankenship, and that was a drop. Should have been a touchdown. It'll be third down and 3.
God, you're right. I thought he had it there. It did look like he had an opportunity. Maddox on him, and
he slipped.
He kind of slipped, but that's close. I mean, obviously, I'm glad they didn't call it, but he did kind of partially halfway tackle him before the ball was getting there.
Third down and 3. 10-10 to go. Scoreless game. Bucs go empty. Now they motion a running back to the right of Baker in the gun. 5-man front for Philadelphia. Baker takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Looks left. Throws. Home run ball. End zone. Incomplete. Not even close. Looking for Trey Palmer, And that is a third down stop, and out will trot the field goal unit, and dare we say a red zone stop for the Eagle defense.
What are the odds of that? Did anyone feel like that was going to happen beforehand? I mean, as they're driving down the field, getting into the red zone, there's not a lot of confidence, I don't think, for many people, but you're right. Hey, hold them to a field goal.
Chase McLaughlin in. He's made 18 in a row. This one shorter than a field goal or an extra point. It's only 28 yards from the right hash. Try to make it a 3-0 game here. Ball spotted, kick up, and it is good. Is a little fade to the right. 3-0 Tampa Bay. That's a 14-minute drive. Took 14:58 off the clock. 75 yards, resulted in a 3-point ball game. And now we get to see Jalen Hurts, finger and all, coming up when they get this back from this commercial break.
We'll take it. We will take it. His family YouTube said moral victory. I mean,
I will take it.
It was feeling like it was going to be 7-0. So the fact that it's only 3.
A lot better than 3-0. Or sorry, 7-0 is would have been a lot worse than 3-0. We will take 3-0 any day of the week.
Now the question is, can the offense go out there? I mean, because this is really what it comes down to. I don't know that. Like, it's not like either of us are really saying, hey, the defense is going to carry you at any point towards the end of the regular season, but also in the playoffs. Like, I don't think that's the case. So despite being without AJ, it comes down to, can the offense put up enough points? Can the offense move the ball down the field?
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see Devontae Smith being back. You'd like to hope that they could go ahead and, get him going early tonight. It'd just be nice to see a normal Eagle offensive drive. They've had moments, right? They've had little drives here and there that can get you excited, but they've never put together, at least in the past couple of weeks, any sort of scary-looking play calls or play calls that make you wonder, oh, man, is this team officially back? Well, it's not the best defense in the world in Tampa Bay, and you got a chance on a national stage with the rest of the NFL world watching to go down the field and say, hey, our defense might not be that great, but our offense will still score 30 on you. And, of course, that'll take number one being magical tonight. I hope he is able to do that.
Yes, that is the question again. I'm curious to see. I still feel like it's always the running game. That's what it's going to be tonight. If you can establish the run, we're going to be fine. But at the same time, like you're talking about with Jalen and his finger there, I'm curious to see not like just a basic throw, but like we're talking about 10, 15-yard throw. See what that looks like. Because we've been told, hey, practice Friday, Saturday, pretty good, looking all right. There's discomfort naturally, but it's like, okay, to what extent is that going to affect him throwing wise? Deep ball, 40-yard shot, sure, that's probably going to affect it. But can he make those intermediate throws? Hopefully, but I really want to see it.
Well, we are going to find out as they bring us back from commercial break. And right now, looks like they're giving us a little preview of those two taped up fingers. It was his right middle finger with the issue, but he's got tape on both the pointer finger and the middle finger tonight. And he will be wearing that Michael Jordan logo Jumpman glove. Well, nope, he actually has them off. He had them in warm-ups, and he took them off as he's going to have gloves on right now as the kick is underway, and it will go out the back of the end zone, and that will trot the Philadelphia Eagle offense led by Jalen Hurts, and everybody is in there except for A.J. Brown.
All right, let's go. Kristen says, my stomach is in knots. I almost can't even watch. At least the Cowboys lost, which will ease the pain. And that's true. You can find some solace in that.
How many times have I heard that? Thumbs up for the Cowboys losing. Can we get 200 likes? If you're watching right now and you got the Cowboys losing, give the show a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. How about this stat? Touchdown in every opening drive of the playoffs under Jalen Hurts for Philadelphia, at least last season. Let's see what they do here. Yep. Pistol formation. Julio Jones, Smitty, your two receivers, the top and bottom of the formation, two tight ends. Hurts stamps his foot. Looks like there was some movement. They're going to run the ball left side. There goes DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift across the 30. Swift bounces it across the line to gain. He might be a yard short. And there's a very simple zone run to the left out of the pistol. And 9-yard gain. We got to like that for play number one.
Absolutely, yes. This should not change. We talk about scripted drives always look good, and then they get away from it. So, Ryan Johnson, I don't care what Sirianni's telling you in your ear. You keep dialing up this run until it doesn't work.
Justin Adams says, anyone else ready for a quarterback draw from 3rd and 20? Don't put that on us, Justin. Let's hope not.
Yeah, don't speak it into existence.
2nd down and 1. Goddard split out wide. Now they're going to bring him across the formation. Hurts takes the snap, turn, give. Another one to Swift. He's going to fall across the line to gain. And that is a first Eagles first down of this first drive for Philadelphia in the first quarter. 9:13 to go. 3-0 Tampa Bay. As Hurts puts his hands over his ears, gets the play call in from Brian Johnson, and we await to see that first throw on the injured right arm right finger of Jalen Hurts.
I'm fine if we just don't want to do it. Hey, let's run 14 times on this drive. Let's just keep going.
Well, as you say that, they go empty. Swift to the bottom of the formation. Yeah. And Hurts, like he's going to stay in empty. 7 on the play clock. Hurts takes the snap. 5-man pressure. Steps, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. There's Julio Jones. And the former Falcon and Titan gets 5 for his first catch of the night. You expect him to be in place of A.J. Brown, and so you could see a lot of 80 tonight. Dare I say a vintage Julio Jones game against a former division rival wouldn't be the worst thing in the entire world.
I would sign up for that, but also I will point out that the first 3 plays I'm in love with. You got to run the football for 9 yards, run the football to pick up an easy first down, and hey, guess what? There's a blitz on the last play. You have a hot route to Julio Jones, you pick up 5 yards. It's got to be this easy. We got to keep making these play calls. Don't make it hard.
2nd down and 6. Hurts takes a snap. This is going to be a read option, look left, throw. Caught immediately by Goddard. He's hit and falls forward. He'll get about 4. They needed 6. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. And that is one of their favorites early on in games where they fake the read option left. They come back to the right side to find number 88. Normally, he runs to the sideline for a big gain. That time, solid open field tackle. Still 3rd down and very manageable 3rd and 2 for Philadelphia.
How many times do we say that it's a manageable 3rd down lately?
Say it.
It feels like we don't get too many of those, though. I'm actually kind of excited that it's a 3rd and 2 instead of a 3rd and 10 or 15.
Kenny Gainwell in at running back. He motions back to the left of Jalen Hurts in the gun. 3rd down and 2 from the Eagle 45. Hurts potentially changes the play at the line. They got to go quick. Takes the snap. All out blitz. Hurts steps up. Home run ball. Right side. That's incomplete. Batted down. So he was trying to get the ball to, it looked like Dallas Goddard. That didn't even have a chance. And now you got to wonder if they were going to go for it on 3rd down anyway, taking a shot. They're not. They're going to punt it. Wow. What a terrible, terrible play call.
I just don't understand it. They're sending a blitz. Yeah, maybe you see it coming there, but why don't you, seeing all sorts of comments, like, why don't you run the football?
How about 2 go routes on the same side of the field? They're bringing pressure as Braden Mann gets that punt away. Oh, there you go. That's when it starts to rear its ugly head. And that is not a good kick. Fair caught at the 20. And back out will come the dreaded Eagle defense. And you mentioned it, Josh. Why not run the football there on 3rd and 2? At worst, you get a yard, and then you brotherly shove it across for a first down.
Yep. I can answer why, because it's Brian Johnson or Nick Sirianni. I guess it's one of them, but it doesn't make any sense. But like GC Legend says, 3rd and short, let's go deep. Some things never change.
Some things never change. And the fact they didn't go for it, right? If you're going to take a deep shot, normally you would then go for it on 4th down, but they instead go ahead and kick it.
Exactly. And I totally agree with Chris right here. It's run the ball, try to get a yard, and then brotherly shove. Because again, worst case scenario, you run the football. Odds are you're going to pick up 1 yard. It's a 3rd and 2. Then all of a sudden it's a 4th and 1. Like, they're going to run the brotherly shove. You're 92% or better, So it's like, in my mind, I can't fathom why, like you're saying, if you're going to punt the ball, if you know, hey, we don't get to pick up a yard, we're going to punt the ball, then run it, because you pick up a yard and all of a sudden it changes things and you're going to be able to go for it. But why this coaching staff and why this is the reason why, whether it's it's totally official or there's it's not exactly what Jalen feels, but based on Tim McMahon is saying, the source is that Jalen Hurts, someone who has knowledge of Jalen Hurts' thinking, is that he's not in lockstep with Brian Johnson and Sirianni's philosophy. That would lead me to believe why, because you're not calling plays that seem so blatantly obvious to the rest of us, but for some reason they're like, nope, we're not going to do it.
Nope, and obviously there's no check at the line there either to try and maybe, audible into a simple read option. No, not the case. All right, well, it's worth trying. But not the case at all, and we will wait and see if the Eagle defense get off the field. Because this is the big fear with Philadelphia, right? The big fear with Philadelphia is they get behind, then they get away from the run, and then you watch them try and throw their way to victory. And without A.J. Brown and with a banged-up Jalen Hurts finger, that doesn't seem to be the recipe that you would want. But for whatever reason, Philadelphia, that's the way that they're going to try and go. If you could just show me something on defense, a sack, a 3-and-out. When was the last time we saw 3-and-out, Josh? I can't remember the last time I saw 3-and-out. Get a 3-and-out, and things could change really, really quickly, but I'm not as hopeful as I wish I would be.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's, it's still early, so hey, we can at least say that. It's 3-0. Like, there's a chance, but it's one of those that it's frustrating because we've seen it time and time and time again, and there seems to be no changes. But I don't know. Maybe they wake up. Am I holding out for hope that's not going to come? Who knows? But quick shout out to Trip, who actually just subscribed and is watching on 2TV. So shout out to My buddy Tripp
Thanks,
is,
Tripp.
unfortunately, the Cowboys lost for you, but we'll
Bummer,
appreciate you tuning in
Tripp.
for this one. So,
Big
go
bummer.
Birds.
That stinks. Baker in the gun on first down at 10. We got movement. That's going to be a false start. Be first down at 15 from the 15.
All right, I'll take that.
All right, 7:07 to go. Second drive of the night for Baker Mayfield. So far, he's been okay. Not too bad. Eagle defense got a couple of bailouts there on the final possession. Final snaps of that first possession. Just first down at 15. Four-man pressure. Mayfield takes the snap. Looks right, throws right. That's going to be wide open, caught. And there goes another 30-plus yard gain up to the Eagle 39. A late flag, too, for a possible face mask, because Moore has got to have a big gain across the middle and probably some more afterwards. It is going to be a face mask. Tack on 15 more. They're going to be in Eagle territory. Just like that, Josh. He's wide open.
I have no words. I mean, it's time and time again. Yeah, it's face mask. Yep. Great. Hartmeister says, can't help but laugh. OMG. Yeah.
Jeez, it's amazing how bad this defense is time and time again. 37 yards on the first play of the second drive, and they just basically turn Moore wide open. It's a blown coverage. Kevin Byard's a safety across the middle of the field, but Maddox is in coverage there, and he moves out to the outside receiver, and then, Zach Cunningham grabs the face mask at the end, and it all results in 1st and 10 from the Eagle 47. Mayfield under center. Tight end to the east side of the formation. They're going to play fake. Possible deep shot. Mayfield steps up, looks right. Deep ball. That's looking for Evans, and he dropped it at the 1. That should have been a touchdown. He had beat, guess who? James Bradbury. And that should have been a touchdown. That should have been a touchdown. Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Bro, this is
it hit him in the hands.
Stupid. I mean, he might as well have just caught it, because, like, Bradbury, what are you doing, bro? Like, get him out. Get him. He shouldn't have been starting, but
he shouldn't have.
How much more do you need to see? That should be a touchdown. Bradbury misses a tackle on a third down. Keeler Ringo's not going to be worse.
All right, second down and 10. Mayfield going to give to White, running right side, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of 3. Good tackle there by Vontae Maddox, along with big number 90, Jordan Davis. You really think that maybe Slay could follow Mike Evans, but that's also not part of the defensive scheme, and, well, almost burned him. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
It's incredibly fortunate. It literally should be 10-0 right now. I'm thankful it's not, but it's one of the, you can't keep relying on, like, oh my gosh, the guy dropped the football. Oh my gosh, we get fortunate with a break here. Like, come on.
3rd down and 7. Mayfield in the gun. Eagles bring 5. Looks to the right. Here comes a little bit of pressure. Now steps up, throws left side. Wide open is Moore to the 20, to the 15. Makes another man miss. There he goes. And Moore down to the 1. He's in. Touchdown. Yep. Oh my goodness. Wide open. 44 yards to David Moore. Wow. Okay. Why would we ever think it was going to be different? Games. Why did we think it was going to be different?
Going to be one of those games. This is
wow.
Unreal, but it's believable. That's the sad part. It is ridiculous how many times. And look at that. You have Eli Ricks and Avonte Maddox run into each other. I mean, it's comical. It is so frustrating, but it is comical at this point. The comedy of errors that this team has, I can't believe this. It's YG says we tackle ourselves. Yeah, seriously, bro, we tackle ourselves. We can't tackle the other team. We can't cover the other team. We're gonna run into each other.
Oh man, insanity. The definition is doing the same thing over and over again and thinking a different outcome is going to happen. I mean, how many weeks have we done? This is week 7 in a row of thinking there's going to be a different outcome, and it's the same exact outcome on the football field. How bad can you be? The biggest mistake of Nick Sirianni's career, if it was in fact him, would be relieving Sean Desai of his play calling duties 8 weeks ago. Truly, because Matt Patricia deserves to never coach in the National Football League again after the performance that we've seen. They're not great personnel-wise. They're not worse than the league, but they play like they're worse than the league since Matt Patricia's taken over play calling. It's horrible.
I mean, they're almost They're almost there. I think it's 31st in points per game since Patricia took over. So we're just about there. But it's like a combo of it because they don't trust the coaches, but the players are not executing. Like it's not, I mean, you can't say Patricia made the players run into each other, but he didn't have the right play call. He didn't have the right defense up, and that's a lot of times the case. So it's like, it's both situations. And for anyone who's played sports, I'm sure we all feel it, but it's like when you don't trust the coach, then you also don't trust yourself as much. You start losing confidence. And it's like, we've seen this continually decline to the point of, I mean, it's laughable. Like we're all seeing, like I'm seeing everyone's comments of like, man, if this keeps up, like I'm off at halftime, like I'm about to lose. I'm about to just turn it off. Totally get that. Like it's so sad that we've seen this from a squad that had so much potential. And during the season, yeah, there's some, kind of some concerns, issues. You go through a little bit of a dry spell, but Sean Desai, like you said, getting let go or getting demoted or whatever, moved on and go to Matt Patricia, it's made you drastically worse, which is crazy. Like I think it was 24th. You were 23rd or 24th in points per game on defense. And that's not great, sure. But you go from that to 31st whenever Patricia takes over and look at the teams that he was coaching against versus the ones that Desai was coaching against. So it speaks for itself, but this is unreal. It's the play calling on both sides. I mean, I was hopeful. The guy said there's a new atmosphere. Fletcher Cox is saying, what did he say? He's like, not even only the coaches and the players. It's like the janitors. It's everybody.
Yeah, right.
All right,
what is he,
cool.
Giannis?
It's
yeah,
playoff,
right.
Playoff feel. Yeah. You show up to Tampa and roll out to a 10-0 deficit. Like, oh my gosh.
You can't believe anything they say because they have told us week after week after week, this is the week it changes. The energy, the commitment to the coaching, the game plan, it's going to be different. Well, so far, let's hope you prove me wrong. So far, it's not been different. And the Eagle offense is going to have to score this drive or they're going to be routed.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a kick out the back of the end zone. So the ball goes back to Philadelphia. And they're showing you the touchdown pass again here. You have Maddox safety filling in for Blankenship. You have Eli Ricks in the slot. And Josh, they just run into each other. I mean, this is college stuff. Simple crosser route. They run into each other. And then it's missed tackling because you should at least have had him at the 20-yard line.
Bro, that's peewee stuff. That's not even college stuff. Like, when was the last time? It seriously is a comedy of errors. I don't understand this. This squad is so embarrassing.
5:47 to go, 10-0 Philadelphia. In a hole already. Is anyone surprised? From their own 25-yard line. Hurts takes the snap. They're going to give to Swift left side. He cuts up the field and falls down for a gain of 3. And so we've seen 2 passes so far for Jalen Hurts in the injured hand. 3. A quick out, converted 4 to Julio Jones. Then you had a little RPO to 88 and Dallas Goedert. That gained about 3. And then a home run shot on 3rd and 2 because it's Philadelphia's favorite third down play. And now you have an injured Tampa Bay Buccaneer and Yaya Dabby who's going to be down on one knee. Yep. And looks like we got a timeout on the field.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. But I mean, I think you got to stick with the running game though. Going back to what's going to be successful, you just can't get away from it. Although, yeah, we've got several comments here of you've got T or TE. Honestly, get a janitor out there talking about the janitor. Yeah, it probably wouldn't. Donovan saying get a janitor on the headset can't do any worse. It's really sad whenever it seems that blatant, like how easy it could be as Diaby's back on his feet going off to the sidelines.
All right, 2nd down and 3.
So ridiculous.
No passes to Smitty. 1 to Goddard, 0 to Quez Watkins in the slot right now from the Eagle 27. Hurts in the gun, Swift to his left. Stole the tight end to the right. Hurts takes the snap. Here's a play fake. Looks left, throws. There's a catch by Watkins at the 30. Long way to go to the first down. He won't get it. He'll be 3 yards short. But there's your first catch for number 16, who Jalen Hurts said, have your phone ready. When we call, you got to answer, to which Quez responded, I've been ready. And I'm not sure if he was referencing all the drops that he's had throughout the course of this season in his career. But, we need Quez tonight, so don't want to rag on him too much. But here comes another 3rd down and 3. And a quick 3 and out, Josh, would be quite devastating to put the defense back out on the field this quickly, already reeling down 10-0.
It would. It would definitely be completely almost ruining your chances. You got to have something here.
Empty formation, 5 wide receivers. Hurts in the gun. Here comes a blitz. Hurts looking left. He throws. That's going to be incomplete as they try to go into double coverage for Dallas Goedert. Oh, it's not different. It's the same.
When you
It's the
when you
same.
see the blitz coming, that's the issue too. You see
There's
the
no hot
blitz
route to the
coming.
middle of the field
No.
when they blitz. There's none. It's amazing. Golly.
Any other team will throw it over the middle of the field against us, but when there's a blitz, look at that. If any player there ends up cutting across the middle of the field instantly, and Jalen looks for it, you got it. You got it. Smitty could have a slant route, run something to the sticks, whether it's a curl, anything. Like there's just almost all the players. I mean, I know you have Goddard going out in that situation, but like you said, there's two guys in that space.
There's a punt fielded at the 40, makes a man miss across the 20, and then gets clotheslined there at the 26-yard line. For all of the hate we got to give on that play, that was a pass right into the arms of Goddard, and he dropped it. So
yeah,
when things are going wrong, they snowball into things going even worse, and
that's true.
That is the night so far for Philadelphia, and we'll get more Baker Mayfield, who scored in his first two drives, coming out with 4:22 to go in the first quarter. And it's going to be a long night, folks. Buckle up.
Yep, that's true. In my emotion, that was more on Goddard, so you still had something there. But whether it's the play calling, whether it's the execution, it's a combination of terribleness. But shout out to my guy David here, David Brookins, first live stream with you guys. You helped me feel like I'm not insane. This team is killing me. We appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, we're all misery loves company at this point, so glad to have you.
There you go.
The indigenous nerd. Can Big Dom play defense?
Ha! That's right. Big Dom is back on the field, and so far he's not been the missing piece.
Sadly, I was hopeful. We were 1-5 without him. You know, maybe he was the missing link, but no, that's no change, no differences so far.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, there was a new report that came out that basically mentioned, I believe it was Pro Football Focus, who said that there are at least rumblings of if Nick Sirianni lays an egg, then there will be some changes. And it so far, this has been the exact recipe for a change, even if Philadelphia did not want to, heading into tonight.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable. I mean, based on how this is starting, and if it continues and keeps up, I think that you're going to see Sirianni gone. And I wouldn't argue against it with the way that the team has played, whether it's the players don't execute. Yeah, there's some coaching issues. Coordinators need to be gone, but it's a shake it up and change it up. And I just don't know why. I get the recency bias, I guess, or the record in general with Sirianni being like 68% or whatever with the winning percentage,
sure.
But it's the feel and the vibes of this team. No, there's something extra. Shout out to Riley Manmiller. 3rd and 2 should never not be tush push. I mean, that's also a good point. We were just saying, like, run the football, pick up a yard, do the tush push. But like, if it's as unstoppable as you say it is, and it's playoff game here, you could just do the tush push twice. Like, you run it once, you pick up 1, 2, maybe even 3 yards, and you pick it up. But then you definitely do it a second time. They just don't like to do it.
Donnell Shipley. Next time we have 3rd and 2, you just said it, run the tush push, shaking my head as they go a first down run up the middle, and that's going to be stopped for a gain of 5. Maxwell also with a $2 super chat. The Eagles make my brain boil. Yeah, well, welcome to the club.
We're all there with you, yes. Oh my gosh, this is just... Appreciate everybody joining, though. Everyone who's here, if you hit the like button,
yes,
it helps in some way, whether that fires Sirianni if you want him fired, if the Eagles win, maybe. It's just however you want to use the like, but it helps. Yeah,
we appreciate the like button. We appreciate almost 2,000 people watching right now. 2nd down and 6. Mayfield from his own 27-yard line. They've scored on their first 2 drives. Eagle defense has gotten 0 pressure. Mayfield takes a snap, looks right, throws. Here's a quick screen to Edwards. Edmonds out the right side, and that's a first down as he gets drug out of bounds by that's Zach Cunningham. But another first down. Has Philadelphia faced a 3rd and long on defense? A couple of 3rd and shorts, nothing over 5 yards, and they give you a nice look at Matt Patricia, who, if you're a non-Eagle fan and some team hires him to be your defensive coordinator next year, you should change teams in terms of your affiliation, because you are screwed. You are in such big trouble if he's your defensive coordinator. Such big trouble. So many issues, yeah. Unless Bill Belichick is his head coach, he's nothing. He's nothing without Belichick. 3:10 to go first quarter. 1st and 10 for Baker Mayfield. Here comes a play fake end around. They're trying to get it to Moore, and he's got at least some blockers in front of him, and he's got 5 yards, spins out of another tackle, and he gets 9 yards when he could have been tackled at maybe the line to gain. Or, sorry, the line of scrimmage. This is crazy. It's so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
I don't get it. There's maybe very minor hope if you want something here. Zach Berman reported Keely Ringo is playing over James Bradbury at corner on this drive. So Bradbury's on the sideline. He's been benched. He's been benched.
Wow, it took him until week 19 to bench him, to realize he stunk. And there he is, top of the formation. 2nd down and 1. Baker under center. 2 tight end look. Turn give. This is going to be Edmonds up the middle. And, of course, he got the first down. Why would you think anything different? Another movement of the chains there for the Buck offense as we dip below 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
And maybe we could just, learn something from that. If our offense is watching, hey, there's a short yardage situation, don't make it difficult. Just run the football. Simply Rex, shout out the $2 super chat, says, can we fire Nick right now?
Yeah, he might not have a plane ticket back.
Leave him in Tampa.
All right, 1st down and 10. Baker takes a snap, looks right. No, he's going to run it. This is White, and he's bottled up and hit in the backfield, and there's your first negative play for an Eagle defense. There's Brandon Graham, potentially his last game as a Philadelphia Eagle, and he checks out of the game but makes a good tackle there, and there's a little bit of life. How about a 2nd and long?
I'll take it because we can't get anything else, but finally you get a negative play. Does the defense be able to stop it enough? Because, the middle of the field is going to be open if they throw it.
Oh, boy. Nolan Smith also helped tackle there for probably half of a tackle with Brandon Graham. They back him up to their own 43-yard line. 2nd down and 13. Mayfield on the gun. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Steps up. Fires across the middle. That's a catch. And running with it goes Otten. And guess who's in coverage? It's Nicholas Morrow. That's a gain of 25.
No down and distance is safe. None.
Doesn't matter. Across the middle. Going after our linebackers. Man, you already know. Easy money.
Oh, my goodness. And the look on Sirianni's face, the rest of the guys on the sideline. This is just... it's par for the course from what we've seen, but the sad part, again, is just we've heard these things and them somehow magically believing that it's going to get fixed, but it's worse than what people have thought. 137 passing yards so far. Here's a run inside Eagle territory to White, and he's tackled immediately by Nicholas Morrow and Josh Sweat, who's been non-existent the past couple of weeks. Be 2nd down and 9 as the clock will go to the end of the first quarter, a first quarter that all Eagle fans are very familiar with. They get dominated for the 7th straight week as Baker pumps the crowd up, and Philadelphia has a long way to go for this game being close. Stay with us, though. We're going to stay together as we enjoy this. Hopefully we turn something around, but if nothing else, we're here for a vent session, so just let us know the thoughts. If you can, I'm going to use the restroom real quick, but curious for the chat.
Yes.
One word to describe that first quarter. One word for the Eagles as a whole. I have a thought on what that is, but I'll be back in a sec.
Maybe trash can emoji. Would that be a fair one word? Goodness gracious, what an absolute mess. Yeah, let us know what that one word is. Get a super chat in here from It's X Music. We need a strategist, a head coach. Shane was the brain. We're having players-only meetings. He's at the mercy of his coordinators. Hire Ben Johnson. I would hire Ben Johnson in the second quarter if I could, honestly. That would be better than what we have right now. Crispy B.O. God said, never hated a team more than this team. Yeah, well, yeah. Baker's going to do it, says William Gunbeach. Sure looks like it. Diamond Finder says depressing. There's another super chat from Chad. He says, say it with me, guys. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Yep, you're going to get your vacations here really quickly. Really quickly. Oh, boy. Embarrassing so far. Also, we've got 1,600 people watching right now. If you don't hit the thumbs up button, we would greatly appreciate that. It really helps the algorithm. More people find us. Let's get to 500 likes before the end of the second quarter. Give the show a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. I don't know why I thought that was going to look a little bit different. Maybe have a little more energy, maybe change things up a little bit. No, not the case. Friction Vape says, I literally want to cry already. I also am feeling your pain on that one. Oh, boy. Yeah, you wonder what Jeffrey Lurie's thinking right now, Josh. It can't be positive. cannot be positive. You also can't be positive if you're an Eagles fan, like you see in the crowd right now, who paid to go to this game. You got to be thinking that you got completely fooled yet again.
Yep, you paid good money. I guess thankfully it wasn't crazy expensive like Dallas fans, if you want to take a somewhat of a win from that. But still, you paid good money to show up, and so far you got a 10-0 game that nothing's changed. And you're talking about Lurie. Like, if I'm watching this and I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I'm like, yep, for sure, without question, we're going to be cleaning house. If this continues, if there's no change, if you don't turn anything around here, I'm sorry. I've seen it for too many weeks in a row. And then you come out here and you lay an egg like this in the first quarter. There's no shot. There's no chance of him being able to stick around.
Yeah. All right. Second quarter's all Josh's. I saw a comment that said, just to be clear, I'm thumbsing up for you guys, not for the Eagles. So we appreciate that. Yeah, thumbs up does not indicate the Eagles.
Not necessarily, no, but we appreciate it. All right. 2nd and 9. Mayfield taking back, and he sacked. He sacked Josh Sweat. Look at that. Okay, so
he is forever. He is alive. He exists.
He's still there. A sack to bring it up to 3rd down. So it'll be a 3rd and 13?
We will take it. We will absolutely take it. How about simply, Rex, one word, hire Belichick with a $2 super chat. Hey, dreams can become realities if the Eagles lose this game. That's all I'm saying.
That is possible. Sweaty's actually got a brace on his knee, too, to point that out. Left knee, he's got a brace on.
I think that's the one he injured in college, would be my guess.
Yep. So 3rd and 13 here. Can
Bradbury
you do something?
Back in.
Clager says, Josh who? Forgot he was on the team. I know a lot of us did, but Baker taking the snap, 3rd and 13. 4-man pressure, has plenty of time all day over the field. It's pick. No, it's dropped. It's dropped. Oh my gosh. Zach Cunningham dropped the pick. He's done that a couple times this year, but hey, it's a 4th down. It's a 4th down. So, if you want to take a small victory from that, man, we just can't get a turnover.
That was close. Yeah, this is Baker trying to force it across the middle. Cunningham, he's lined up like he's going to blitz and then bails out of it, and he's just reading the quarterback's eyes, and he is basically throwing the football, but as you know, linebackers are normally not hired for their catching abilities, and that one was dropped, and now Chase McLaughlin has a 54-yarder to make this a 13-0 game. Dead center. Let's see.
Takes the snap, and the kick is up. It is, wow, very good. 13-0. That is the deficit.
All right, so listen, the Eagle defense gets a stop. Now the offense has got to show us that they can move the ball up and down the field. We ripped the defense time and time again. Offense hasn't been much better at all. They got to show us something on this drive. We said that last drive, but this is a drive they absolutely have to show us something.
They're getting worked. They're absolutely showing nothing. Show absolutely nothing.
Coburn with a $5 super chat. I've literally watched every Eagles game this year as a diehard fan for as long as I can remember. I don't know if I can watch this game anymore. Well, I wouldn't blame you. I would not blame you. I am obligated to watch this due to the fact I have a YouTube channel. But if I did not have a YouTube channel, I would still be watching, but I wouldn't be watching happily. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, we appreciate the super chat, and we're there with you. I don't know. This is maybe false hope, but maybe just see this final drive, make a decision there. You run the football, possibly. It's ridiculous. We just run out of things to say with the team. Yeah. It's just the same thing every single week that we talk about, and you don't see changes. Nothing's different. I don't know. It's a given. There's so many things that need to be improved, and it's just sad because it's obviously hey, this is not the time of the year to be working on that yet. Sirianni, I guess what are you going to say if you're the head coach, right? But we're working on fundamentals. They had to have a practice the other day just to work on fundamentals of tackling. It's okay, let's see. So past week 18, and we're going to work on fundamentals of tackling. That seems like something we would have done much earlier in the season, but it's basics that I don't get it. It's a sign of a team that's not well coached, honestly. I think that's what it comes down to. Not well coached. They're obviously not buying in fully, but the players are not executing either, and it shows up in so many ways that are just terrible. It's ridiculous.
It's just crazy that this football team, and really these coaches in particular, can watch the film for 7 straight weeks and not make changes. And I know they would argue that they are making changes, but how can you say you're making changes when on 3rd down and 2, you're running basically 4 verticals and throwing to 2 vertical receivers on the right side of the field? 3rd down and 2. All year long, we talk about how this is one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. they don't use them ever.
No, never.
Ever.
Nope. As Toothpick Grinch says, playing possum with multiple question marks and a ha-ha. So, yeah, that's the,
Yeah. Chad Ochocinco might have been wrong on that. He might have been wrong on that one.
Christine asks, Tom and Josh, do we win this game so we keep trash coaches?
You almost wonder if you want to.
That is the question. It's like, okay, for one, do the players want to win the game for them? But at the same time, too, I guess my question would be, even if you wanted to win the game, can we? Like, do we have the ability to flip the switch and be like, all right, let's do this. Let's win it for the coaches
here. Last time we had a lead at halftime, as Coburn says, where's Kevin Cobb and Chip Kelly when you need them? I don't know about that, but. Yep, here's your graphic from ESPN flaunting the 10-1 record. Yes, at one time, Philly was 10-1 and had beaten the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Miami Dolphins, and the Dallas Cowboys. That feels like 10 years ago.
Yep.
20 years ago. That was so long ago.
It is really unbelievable. Shout out to Jake 7, bro. It's 4 a.m. here in Romania. This game is melting my brain. The fact that you have stayed up or gotten up early or whatever, shout out to you. But my gosh, 13-0. Jalen in the gun. Got Goddard in motion, now going left. Gainwell in there. Blitz coming, takes a snap right side. Slant, incomplete. Hit Smitty in his hands. It was a little bit low, but it'll be 2nd and 10.
What'd you say there? Blitz coming? Do we know what happens when Blitz comes? It's never good. Texas Piper says, I love Nick, but we lose by 10-plus clean house. Hire Vrabel. Reunite with A.J. Brown. Sign King Henry to run the ball. All decent ideas. I do not hate those ideas at all. We'll get to this next super chat after this next play. Can the Eagles get a positive play? A play over 5 yards. Is it possible? Let's see.
It doesn't feel like it, but 2nd and 10 here. Jalen the gun, Swift to the left, fake handoff over the middle. It's complete.
Go!
Smitty over the middle. Plenty of room to run all the way to the 50, the 45 of Tampa.
Was that an RPO? Hey, was that an RPO?
I think so.
I think it was an RPO across the middle. It's amazing.
Honestly,
they won the Super Bowl on this play.
I was so confused with what I seen. I didn't know what to say. Like, it's literally like, what was that? A slant route to Smitty over the middle of the field from the slot? But all right, hey, you're at the Bucs 44 now. They're going to go kind of a hurry up here. Hurts in the empty set, takes the snap. A delayed blitz coming, and he's complete up to the 40 to Smitty again. Breaks a tackle, goes to the outside. He's going to get a first down and more up to looks like the 37-yard line. All right, wake up, Smitty. Let's go.
Boogie Down Bronx says, would you rather lose this game, possibly get some coaching changes, or make it to 3 NFC Championship games and lose a close one to the Niners? That is... That's tough. I don't know. Let us know in the chat.
I probably would still say win no matter what. I mean, I don't know. It's just I'm hopeful. But yes, 1st and 10 now. Jalen takes a snap. Quez Watkins on the wide receiver bubble screen, and that goes for maybe a yard. 2nd and 9.
Shout out to my fiance. That's her favorite play. It drives her absolutely nuts because she says it absolutely never works. And besides that 4th down and 20 against the Niners or 3rd and 20 that Smitty converted, I don't think they've hit on a wide receiver screen this year from more than 2 yards.
Yeah, it's. I hate that play with an absolute passion, so I'm right there with Paige. But 2nd and 8, and we're at the 30-yard line of Tampa. This is about as good as you've done so far, so let's see if the Eagles capitalize. Hurts in the gun. Got Swift to his left. Takes the snap. It's a fake handoff, and he's going to roll left side, try to make something happen. He's going to run now and go out of bounds at about the 30, so maybe a gain of a yard.
He's never looked the same running the football as you did last year. You cannot convince me that the knee is not more serious than it actually is. And pain might not be a thing because of modern-day medicine, but movement, the ability to plant, the feeling of security on the ligament there on his left knee, it can't be there. And I would be absolutely shocked if when the season ends, we don't get some sort of report that Hurts has been playing with some sort of partial tear or some sort of serious sprain that they have not revealed. Here goes 3rd and 7.
It is totally different. I'm with you. You look up the highlights of Packers and everything else, but 3rd and 7, blitz coming. Jalen takes the snap, left side, throwing, almost picked off, but it's incomplete. And go figure again, it's a all-out blitz from Tampa. You can't get anything done. Forces a long field goal.
It's an all-out blitz, and you have a one-man route at the bottom of the formation, and they're going to throw a simple stop to Devontae Smith. That's all they have. They have nothing else planned but a simple stop route by Devontae Smith throwing on Dean, and it's not even close. And so you're going to kick a field goal, and it'll still be a 10-point game. There's no creativity. You can't watch last night's game and tonight's game and think the Eagles' offense is anywhere near creative.
Snap is good, hold is good, and Jake Elliott is about the only consistency that we have scoring option-wise. So that is good, and it is a deficit, like you said, of 10. So, I mean, at least you got something out of it, but it is incredibly frustrating. It's a bad throw from Jalen, but you're right. There's just no options of blitz, and it's not like it's a surprise because we knew this was going to happen. The Bucs blitz a ton, and they know that Jalen can't handle the blitz, so they're going to blitz a ton. It's unreal.
Great tweet here from Dan Orlovsky. Why would you run all stops versus a team that's going to man pressure you all night? This blitz plan is the worst in the NFL. Gotta love that. Got to love that.
Yeah, that's not a better way to say it, really. I don't know why you're so bad and just have no answers for it.
You do also love the idea that Brian Johnson keeps getting head coaching interviews. You got one with Tennessee Titans coming up later on this week. It's amazing that people even want to talk to that guy. Unless he's being completely handcuffed by Nick Sirianni, which is a possibility, I would never want him near my franchise, ever.
I mean, that's the thing is, and Tim McManus, of ESPN, that's what he reported. He basically said, Brian Johnson's been given, here's Sirianni's offense, and you can call within the kind of parameters of this, and that's it. So maybe that's the case, but still, even if that's the case, like, is anyone really believing the fact that the report of Dave Tepper and the Panthers are interested in Brian Johnson? Like, very intrigued with Brian Johnson? I hope they are, because are you kidding me? For Brian Johnson, we'll get 2 third-round draft picks. Please hire this man. He's incredible. He's the best, most ridiculous offensive mastermind the NFL has. He's gonna be incredible, because I'll take the 2 third-round draft picks. But the reports keep circulating about him. I would think it's just blowing smoke, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there's more legit on that. And if it's the case, then you for sure know that Sirianni's offense and the schemes and everything are terrible, which we've kind of seen that. But it is shocking, the fact that, like you said, he's got the Tennessee Titans, you got the Carolina Panthers, you got these rumors and speculations. Like, yet what has BJ done to really, show someone, even if he's been like handicapped or constrained or hamstrung by Sirianni, what has he done to prove like, oh yeah, that's a great candidate there. Head coach? Sure, let's do it.
I saw someone in the chat. It disappeared too quickly. They said they have $2,000 on the Eagles, and you wonder why you didn't just burn that instead of actually betting it on Philadelphia.
Prayers up to you. Hopefully you're well off that you can just afford to waste that.
White Birch Acres says, why not screen to Swift to beat the blitz? Why not run the ball to a Swift at all? They didn't do it at all that entire possession. It's crazy. You just feel like any basic Eagle fan could call better offense than this sometimes.
Yep, it makes it every single time, and we see it.
All right, well, it's only a 10-point game. After watching Green Bay yesterday, this Eagles offense is a sad attempt at football. Yeah, that's a good comment. Dexter Dyke has $1,500 on the Eagles. Nice. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What are you going to do here? 1st and 10. Does the defense do something? Baker under center now. Rashad White, the single back, takes the snap and a fake handoff play action. Jalen Carter gets through, but it's a screen pass to the left. Complete. Breaks a tackle there up to the 4-yard gain. And that is...
Again, that should have been a gain of nothing. We've given Zach Cunningham a lot of praise because he's the best linebacker on this roster. He's not a good linebacker. He doesn't start for the majority of teams in the National Football League. It's sad when he's the best thing that you possibly have, and yet at the same time, it's not that good, and the tackling is really bad.
It's gotten worse. That's the sad part. 2nd and 6, what should have been a 2-yard loss, but now Baker takes the snap. 4-man pressure, going to go deep shot left side. Mike Evans, and he just incomplete. It hit his hand. Slay was in coverage. That would have been a tough catch, but I think it did hit him in the hands.
I think he had a step. It's a small step here. Obviously working on Darius Slay, but this is another one that Baker puts out right in front on the little out and up for Mike Evans, and Slay's in good coverage. It's just a little bit outside his reach, and the Eagles get lucky and a chance for a 3-and-out here, which would be quite shocking.
Maybe we can get that. Shout out to Dexter Dyke with the super chat, says predicting a sack. Can we please get it here? 3rd and 6.
Hope you're right.
Baker in the empty set. Takes the snap, only 4-man pressure. He's got some time. Now going to roll out right side. He's going to take off and run. He's going to have the space to get a first down and more before he slides down at the 42-yard line.
What is Eli Ricks doing? Is he just sitting there waiting for him to run to you? Go get him. Good Lord.
It just makes it too easy.
I mean, he's not even really getting blocked. He's sitting there in the slot on Moore. Just get around him. Do not... Oh, that is so bad. Horrific.
I mean, you're only sending 4. You're getting not a whole lot of pressure, but the fact that there's no one to contain Baker, it makes it easy. You just say, all right, cool, I'm going to take the snap. You're not going to get to me and take off and run. It makes no sense. It is absolutely infuriating. 1st and 10, though, moving the chains. Ball at the, 38-yard line. Baker in the pistol, handoff to Rashad White up the middle, and he's hit and brought down. Jordan Davis with the first hit on him.
Finally. Hey, look, Jordan Davis. Yeah, they just said good second-year pro. I don't know how good he's been the second half of this season.
Yeah, there's been not a lot of consistency, that's for sure. Not a lot of consistency from anybody, though, unfortunately. So you're sitting here with a 10-point deficit in the second quarter with 9:20 to play. Baker now in the gun, takes the snap, still 4-man pressure. It's another screen left side to Cunningham, and he takes this, or Tompkins, and he breaks 3 tackles before getting the first. There you go. It's just the same story. On a screen, no one's going to tackle you. Just pick up 10 yards, 15 yards, whatever. Zach Cunningham can't bring him down. Keith Ringo can't bring him down.
Yeah, well, again, it's just a quick little motion across the formation, then throw the screen to the left side. Ringo has a chance. Cunningham has a super easy chance, along with Eli Ricks, and they just pinball off of him. Byard had a shot there, and you basically needed Keely Ringo to spin him out of bounds. But, yeah, Sirianni wants a block in the back, but, I mean, that's about all Sirianni's good for is yelling at the refs right now. It's just crazy. Cruel
Intention says, working on fundamentals, that's all lies. And I agree. Yep. Baker Mayfield over the middle. Oh, my gosh. He had Otten for a big gain, but he dropped it. Wide open. Thankfully. That's the only stop that we have. The only answer for our defense is Bucs players making mistakes. Like, that is the only thing we're getting.
I mean, this is a simple left and then across the middle. There is not an Eagle within 8 yards in a complete triangle. Baker's ankle got stepped on as well. We'll keep an eye on that one. It is bad ankle, too. Tristan Wirfs stepped on back into him, but it should have been a first down. The Eagles get lucky.
2nd and 10, empty set. Screen pass coming right side. Godwin, it's caught. He breaks the first tackle, breaks another tackle, and there you go. Hey, there's a 9-yard pickup.
Oh, my God.
Over-under on every single play right now is 1 tackle. How many tackles are going to be broken so far?
Why would you not keep running screens? I mean, they're clearly doing it because they know Philly sucks at tackling. Now we're getting a highlight package of the Eagles sucking at tackling.
Yeah, you might as well. It's
crazy.
Been terrible. Sir Ryan Vine says straight up joke. Like, I'm actually laughing at how bad we attack them.
I am too. Yes. It is a joke.
And the fact that they worked on it in fundamentals just makes it that much better, because it's like, oh, cool, we're putting emphasis, but it doesn't matter. Technically, it's 3rd and 1, though, so maybe somehow magically you get a stop. Baker, handoff to Rashad White up the middle. He's going to push forward, and he might be short. I think he is short. It'll be 4th and 1, so, hey, as much as you can't get a tackle, a 3rd and 1, you're going to force them to make a decision here.
I saw someone just asked what the time clock is. We're getting a replay, but we'll read it that way you can sync up. We'll give you a good little read here. It's tough, though, because you're watching us, and it's probably more delayed because YouTube's delayed. So it's probably about a play and a half behind. But 17 on the play clock, 7:16, 7:15, 7:14, 7:13. And again, count for the delay. Here you go. 4th and 1, though.
They're going to go for it. Baker under center. He's got motion left side. He's going to take the snap. It's a toss. White left side now. He's got space and plenty of room. First down. Gain of 5. And moving the chains.
I try to think back to when we had this bad of a defense. And the crazy thing is, it shouldn't be this bad. Personnel-wise, it's better than 10 teams defensively, you would think. This defensive line is supposed to be your bread and butter. They are supposed to dominate. They're supposed to get sacks. They're supposed to get stops. They're supposed to move the offensive line backwards. Completely irrelevant. They are so irrelevant. It's unbelievable.
It really is. Another screen pass here, and no, it's dropped. It's going to be incomplete. That was Edmonds, who was the intended target, and I mean, I'm assuming he had a little bit of space, but I'm assuming he probably would have broken 2 tackles there, so
for sure.
No gain. 2nd and 10 as Rashad White is limping on the sideline. He might be injured.
Keep an eye on that. I'm going to try and sync back up. My whole thing just froze, so keep me updated what's going on.
Okay. For those watching too, we're at 6:19 in the second quarter. Excuse me, they've reset it now to 6:22 in the second quarter. We've got 23, 22 on the play clock, 21. Let's see what the Bucs do here on 2nd and 10. Bucs with 68 rushing yards already tonight, 4.5 yards a carry, and that is thanks to a ton of broken tackles. Baker in the empty set takes a snap, 4-man pressure, looking right side. It is complete to Otten, and that's a gain of about 4 or 5 before Morrow takes him down, brings up a 3rd and 6.
All right, well, hey, they're in field goal range, but keep holding them to field goals so you at least have a chance if the offense could figure their stuff out, even though we all don't think that's actually going to happen. But here's another 3rd down conversion and a chance, or 3rd down situation, a chance to get off the field for a wounded Eagle defense.
Can you do anything? And will the offense help you? That's also the question. But 10 on the play clock. Baker in the gun, trips left, takes the snap. It's a blitz coming now, and he's got a little time, and it's incomplete, but it's broken up there. Zach Cunningham got a hand on it. All right, it's 4th down, 4th and 5. Will they? Let's see. Will they go for it? Or are they gonna kick a field goal?
Why would you not?
I mean, sure, you're just moving the ball easily.
Baker wants a penalty here. I mean, this is a very simple man coverage, and boy, they had Mike Evans wide open on another slant. And if Zach Cunningham didn't get his paw in there, that's at least a 1st down, and they are going to kick the field goal, which, you take points against this Eagle offense, it's not the worst idea.
Here you go, 48-yard attempt this time. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. So 16-3 now, Bucs lead. Back to a 13-point game. 5:35 to play in the second quarter, and they're going to take a commercial break. And shout out to Wizard2000 who said, I gave you the like because you have to endure this for another few hours. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We're at 449 likes with almost 1,800 people watching. More likes would be nice to help ease the pain because we are contractually, not really, we do whatever we want, but we are obligated to watch the entire game. If I was Josh, I would fake my wife going into labor so I did not have to do this anymore.
That's true. I could do
personally, but,
Then whenever people are like, wait, has it happened yet? Oh yeah, well, It's
sorry, just a delay. It's a bummer.
False alarm. Oops. Oh, really? Shout out for the super chat here. Just like my Bears, Eagles fans, 0 coaching. Yeah.
It's not fun being poorly coached.
Coach is miserable.
Especially when you watched like a Matt LaFleur masterclass the other day. It's not fun being this poorly coached. Really isn't. Really is not fun.
You're right. It is worse whenever you see the differences of what it could be versus what you're actually experiencing. And then you also, it amplifies it whenever you see the talent that we have. And you're like, man, you got a coach who's maximizing his talent that is not as talented on paper, but he's getting more out of him because of the coaching. And it makes a huge difference.
Thomas Rotondi says, even if we win, it's going to be hard to beat Detroit. Yeah, you think Amon-Ra St. Brown be licking his chops to take on this Eagle defense? Good Lord. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's not a lot of confidence in that right now.
How long do you think it would take to fire Sirianni if they lose this game? Because it took, who did it take till about Arthur Smith was fired at 12:01 the day after the Falcons' final game a couple of weeks ago? Or a week ago, I guess you could say. Would it be that quick?
I wouldn't think so. I still would think it'd take a little bit of time. It wouldn't be much, though. I do think it'd be a pretty quick decision because you don't want to take too long and miss out on potential candidates that are interviewing. But I feel like it'd take a little bit longer than theirs. even if it's just like hey, have final conversations with Sirianni, with Jalen, just figure out where the issues were and say, hey, we're going to try to make a decision here, and then ultimately be like, all right, you're gone.
Painful.
Mason says, you can tell Nick is getting fired. Dude looks so nervous out there. He has no clue what to do.
He really does. He really
does. I would be nervous. I would be sitting here like, what in the world?
How many coaches have been fired a year after going to the Super Bowl? It's quite the collapse.
That is a good question. Yeah, I don't know that it gets much worse than that. As kick is out of the end zone, so the Birds will take the ball after the touchback. Shout out to Michael for the super chat. Says, I feel like I'm cheating on the Birds by secretly hoping for a loss.
You're not.
You're not. Got to get a coaching staff who can utilize our skill players. Yeah, that's. I agree with Thomas there. You're not really. I'm going to cheer for a win. I still will, regardless. But at the same time, the issues are so much deeper than just like a couple minor things to fix. We've seen it, and it's too long. It's been way too long to endure that. Okay, well, let's see what the offense can maybe finally do. Jalen takes the snap, throw to the right side, incomplete. It's a tight end screen that is miserably blocked and terribly thrown, and just about everything else as a flag is also on the field.
Ineligible man downfield, so you're going to lose some. They can't even scheme up screens properly. They can't even do that. They also haven't run the football in like 3.5 minutes.
Oh, my gosh. As Christine says, this is NFL history collapse, though, and Precise the Great, Kelsey is wishing he should have retired when he had the chance, or when he has the chance.
Definitely wishes he would have walked off last year. Yeah, you don't want to be a part of this.
No doubt. All right, you're going to move it back further. D-Kit says, question on the super chat, $5, appreciated. Says, after Sirianni is fired, will he ever get another NFL head coaching job? We'll talk about that here in just a second after the play. But 1st and 15, now what do the Eagles draw up at the 20-yard line? 5:32 to play in the second quarter. Jalen takes the snap, blitz coming left side, complete Julio Jones, but for a gain of 3
yards.
So 2nd and 12.
Their favorite play is a 5-yard out. That's their best play. It's as good as it can be.
As efficient as they can be against the blitz, it is a 5-yard out, and that's about it.
At what point, this whole idea, this is what gets me. If it's Sirianni's offense, at what point does Brian Johnson just go, bleep it, run this, bleep it, run this? Like, at what point, if he's this genius who's being handcuffed, just go rogue.
I don't know.
Go rogue.
First-year head coach or first-year OC, I don't know. Jalen takes the snap, though. He's got a man, Julio Jones, complete at the first down. He's hit hard, but he does hold on to it. Hey, there's a gain of about 13. And he didn't fumble, did he?
No, don't tell me he just got rocked. Yeah, Julio just got rocked there. This is
all right.
Well, listen, you run enough screens, so eventually they're going to bite on a fake screen. They run Julio behind it, and he got his shoulder absolutely obliterated there. And already down a receiver. Julio's playing in for A.J. Brown, and that just he's just got the wind knocked out of him or a concussion or something,
Hopefully he's all right. But yeah, he held on to it.
Good catch.
So first down.
Jeez, that looked like it hurt.
As they're going to take a look at him here, or I guess they are currently. What do you think? While they're looking at him, the question from the super chat previously, after Sirianni's fired, assuming nothing works out here, is he ever going to get another NFL head coaching job?
Not a head coaching job. He will get a job in the NFL, a wide receivers coach, maybe an offensive coordinator if he got really lucky and knew something about a head coach that no one else did. But he'll be on a staff, but he's a head coach. No.
Yeah, I think so. Handoff here to Swift now on 1st and 10. Goes just about nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1. Brings up a 2nd and 9.
They're checking on the Julio Jones situation again here. He did fumble that ball.
He did fumble.
And it's a matter of, does he have possession underneath? I guess he technically does. But he definitely fumbled that ball.
Yeah, that's questionable. You're right. He fumbled it, and he kind of had it, but it didn't really look like he fully had the football there. He was kind of just letting it lay on the ground. But all right, it's still Eagles ball, so 2nd and 8. Jalen again takes the snap, looking over the middle, has plenty of time, going to take a deep shot over the middle, and
Yes!
it is Devontae Smith. It's caught at the 2-yard line. He's down, but a deep shot with a dislocated finger. First and goal at the 2.
That's one of the best throws we've seen Jalen Hurts do in a very long time. This is double coverage, too, as the safety comes over late, and somehow Skinny Batman doesn't play last week. He runs a really simple post route and just runs right by the safety and the cornerback. Jalen puts it in stride, and he's down at the 1-yard line, and they're going to go, the 4-yard line, and they're going to hurry up.
Here we go.
Got to get 6. Got to get 6.
It's been way too long since we had a deep shot. But yeah, ball at the 5.
Got it.
Hand off to Swift. He's got it. Got it. Wide open touchdown. Walks it in. Let's go.
Offense.
I don't want to get too excited. That's weird because I feel like I can't. But hey, you know what? There's a touchdown. You got to score. After the PAT, maybe you're looking at a 6-point ball game. 5 plays, 75 yards in 2 minutes and 29 seconds. And Smitty is fired up.
How about 3 straight plays that look like 2022 Philly? A fake wide receiver screen pass to Julio Jones, the deep shot that we haven't seen them connect on in weeks over Antoine Winfield, who should have been a Pro Bowler at safety, and then the RPO, they sneak Goddard out to the right side, and they dump it into the flat for a touchdown. Philadelphia is going to be within 6 after the extra point is up and good. And again, I'm excited and fired up because that's the best offense I've seen in months, Josh.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's a deep shot, sure, but yes, the best offense. You make something happen, explosive plays. Sometimes they hunt that way too much. They're gonna go for 2 here. There's an offsides,
yes.
And so Sirianni's gonna go for 2. The PAT was good, but let's trot him back out there. The analytics say you might as well. So
this is brotherly shove from the 2-yard line. Is what this is. Shout out Pork Chop, $5 super chat. Wasted season, talent opportunities. My 50 years of being a fan. Hardest season it's been, so unpredictable. And then Roderick Clark. What are y'all thinking about hiring Mike Singletary as DC next year? How old is Mike Singletary?
I don't know, but I would say no to Mike Singletary.
I'm good on that. I think he's 75 years old or something like that. He should run for president instead. All right, here we go.
Brotherly shove time. Ball at the 1.5-yard line. Jalen is going to take the snap, pushed forward. There's a little bit of a stop, and I don't know that he got it. I don't think he did.
He didn't.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
They stopped it.
Oh, yikes. Remember that. Could have been a 6-point game.
So if you want to know how bad it's going for the Eagles, when a brotherly shove does not convert, that's kind of all you need to know. They got good push there, and then I think it was the linebacker for the Bucs who went around and dove over and then held him back. It was Britt. He got both shoulder pads and just that looked like a face mask actually at the end. But yeah, he dives over, gets a hold of his shoulder pad, maybe face mask, and doesn't get the push.
Boy, if you want to know the secret, though, if you can get leverage, you always hear leverage when talking about the brotherly shove. If you can get underneath the Eagle offensive lineman and create a triple layer of Bucs players, Eagle linemen, and then Hurts can't get his feet on the ground and drive. He's floating on like a human wave there, and it's easier to push back, and that's exactly what happened. Other teams have been completely unable to do it, but that time it worked, although clearly a blatant face mask, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call that as a face mask. I mean, couldn't see it from the angle of the initial, broadcast view, but like from the side where they showed us the replay. I mean, if you're the line judge, I don't know what you are looking at to say that's not a face mask when he's literally just holding on for dear life by it. But
looking right at it. Guy Jordan with the 5 says, despite the current problems, nothing but love for Fletch, BG, Jason, Lane, all they giving us. Go Birds. We appreciate that. Thumbs up for that one. That's a good one there. Also, if you're not subbed to our channels, red sub button down below. We greatly appreciate that. Plenty of Eagle offseason content if that is what we talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, if there's how are we feeling now? Do we have a shot?
Hey, a little bit of life.
Do we have a shot in there? There's a little bit of a little jolt of life.
Oh man, a little bit of life. Still, you would like to see a brotherly shove there. 7-point game, but it could have been a 6-point game. You lose by 1 point tonight, we're gonna be Well,
yeah, you'll be upset then. Yeah, you'll definitely possibly regret it, but oh my goodness. At least you got some offense though. Like you said, it's I don't know when the last time was we had an explosive play like that. It feels like they do hunt for it all the time, but the fact that you don't ever see it is because, I mean, teams know it. Teams know it's coming. But, I mean, if anything, hey, you know what? You kind of extra life into it. I don't know. Can the defense get you a stop and maybe you do something? Remember, the Eagles get the ball at the start of the second half. So it's like this is a key, crucial situation. You got 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the second quarter. If you can hold the Bucs, even if you don't score, even if you hold the Bucs, your offense doesn't score, just limit the Bucs from scoring. You get the ball to start the second half. Be a lot better here other than, allowing them to go down and score because then you're sitting back to a 2-possession game.
It's a great strategy. It's a great idea as they're going back to the brotherly shove. And we talk about leverage. And, boy, you can't tell who it is, but some Buck defensive lineman got incredibly low. And that did it. Now, no one on the national broadcast has mentioned the blatant face mask. You always love
No, they're not.
Yeah, and there it was right there. It's about as obvious. There you go. Now they can call it. Gee, he's just dragging him from his neck. Come on, defense.
How do you miss that? That is ridiculous. Yeah, Rashad White left side, big open hole. Push forward, run over Bradley Roby at the sticks for a first down.
Maybe this is the year where we all learn as Eagle fans that mid-season acquisitions don't work. Kevin Byard at the trade deadline, Bradley Roby halfway through the season. I can't even mention how many times I talked about how, these guys can make a difference. I was ecstatic when the Byard trade happened. They've both been completely useless. Robert Quinn 2 years ago, Golden Tate basically did nothing. Mid-season acquisitions, they don't work. Remember that 2024.
Unreal. Baker now takes the snap, fake handoff, looking back left side for White, not going to have it. Now pressured by Byard and throws it away out of bounds. So
right on cue. Kevin Byard did something.
Yeah. It usually works. If you call out the player, then the next play, it's kind of the announcer's jinx. So who do we need to call out here?
How about Hassan Reddick? Hassan Reddick, non-existent. Yeah. Hassan Reddick, this offseason contract, very interesting because the dude has double-digit sacks again, but the dude's been irrelevant for about 6.5 weeks.
Yeah, we've not seen too much. See what they do, though, is Baker's now under center, takes the snap, fake handoff to White, going to roll back to the left and throw it left. He's got a man, Otten complete, and down at the 45-yard line of Philly, into Philly territory. That was Zach Cunningham in coverage.
I think it was Bradbury, actually.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry, it was Bradbury, yep.
Both of which are terrible in coverage, yep. But just when you think Philly's defense might be able to do something, they go max protect, and Baker's got about an hour and a half to throw this football. Bradbury just a second late, and they go to the 2-minute warning. With the Bucs marching, they've scored on every single drive.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
painful. Right. It'd be just like Philly to get a score on offense and then immediately give up a touchdown. Just like Philly.
Yep, you can't force a punt to save your life, so that's you got that going for you.
Can I make a shout out to the Apple outlet commercial that might be one of the top 5 worst commercials I've ever seen in my entire life? You seen this one? Have you seen this with the two outlets singing to each other?
Yeah.
One of the worst I've ever seen. Top 5. That and the BK commercial are two of the worst
the BK
I've ever seen in my life.
Sandy gets so done with that. That's as soon as that one comes on, it's like, no, we turn it off. Mute the TV. Not watching any commercials. That is bad. Shout out to Cynthia though. $10 super chat here says, new to the chat. Do you think Texans will beat Lamar next week?
Ooh.
As a Buckeye and Browns fan, I would love to see Stroud beat Jackson, but he's a very good QB.
I would love to see it as well.
Question.
But there's something about the Ravens this year. The Ravens are the best team in football, and it feels like Ravens-Niners is going to be your matchup. If the Bills, though, have anything to say for it, which would be nice. But, Lamar has to prove that he can win in the postseason. It's been his Achilles heel. He can win all the MVPs in the world. Be the best runner and thrower of the football in the NFL, but can't get past the divisional round. You got to treat him like Dak, and so he has got a big matchup. And listen, the Texans are playing with house money because they shouldn't even be here. No one believed in them. They have all these rookies who, rookie contracts. If anyone was going to go in there loose, just like the Packers did yesterday, this would be the game to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I agree. I do think that the Ravens are going to win. It probably, in my mind, it probably won't be as bad as in in the regular season whenever they played. I was trying to look that up and see what was the official score whenever they played.
I don't remember.
I think was it his wasn't it the opener or was it the second? Yeah, okay, yeah, it was the opener. So it was 25-9 Ravens. I think it'd be closer than that. But I feel like, again, Baltimore, it'd almost be one of those games like if the Texans, in my mind, if the Texans had like just barely beaten the Browns, you might sneak up on Baltimore, but you drop 45 on the Browns. Like the Ravens are watching that game going, all right, hey, we were going to take you seriously, but we definitely have to in this case. So I think it'll be closer than 25-9, but I just, there's no way I see the Ravens losing that game.
Oh, man.
See if we can do something, though. 2-minute warning has struck. Bucs still have 3 timeouts. Baker in the gun takes the snap, 4-man pressure. Plenty of time over the middle. Has a man, but it's incomplete. Overthrows Godwin. Not terrible coverage from Eli Ricks, but
that might have been the best coverage we've seen all night on a deep shot across the middle.
Yeah.
But again, zero pressure. Last year feels like a very distant dream that starts to fade the moment that you wake up. Like, do you remember when this team was just ravaging teams like the Bucs, getting so much pressure on Baker Mayfield type quarterbacks? Non-existent. Hassan Reddick, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter has completely fallen off a cliff. They've been irrelevant for basically the entire second half of the season.
It is so bad. As Baker now takes the snap, there's a blitz coming over the middle. He had Rashad White, but he dropped it. That is the biggest help. I mean, the drops for the Bucs have been the biggest help for our defense. As we had a question, Veronica says, "Can someone tell me why Trashberry is still in?" Well, apparently,
great question.
Trashberry was replaced by Keely Ringo, and then he started playing in the slot, and now apparently he's been replaced by Eli Ricks also. So Bradbury, well, now he's back out on the field.
Now he's out there.
With 5 receivers set, I mean, I guess that makes sense. He's going to have to be out there, but
timeout.
I wouldn't blame him if you don't have to.
Yeah, Eagles not lined up at all, and they got to burn a timeout there. That was rough, but to get one off on 3rd and 10 is helpful. Shout out Susan Warner, the super chat. Appreciate that, Susan.
Yeah, first super chat on the live stream. No comment though, but if you have something to say, throw it up there. We can read it.
Jesus says baby update. Nope, still just chilling.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Baby's
no text.
She's
not done anything yet.
Enjoying hanging out. Not ready for the world. I don't think the baby wants to be in the world where Nick Sirianni's the head coach of the Eagles. I don't know.
That could be.
I don't know. I'd wait too. I'd wait till I'd be like, I'm gonna wait it out.
Charlotte's like, I want to see who's the new regime for the Eagles before I.
2 more quarters, and then she's free to come out to a Sirianni and Patricia-less Eagle team. Come on, 3rd and 10. Get off the field, guys, please.
Baker in the empty set now. 1:52 in the second quarter, 14 on the play clock. He's going to take the snap, 4-man pressure, going to look left side now, buying time. He's going to almost get sacked, and now he does. He's sacked. No, he is sacked. Okay. Brandon Graham at first, and then Fletcher Cox was the one to finish him off, but look at that. You finally get an answer from the D-line. Sack.
And now Cox and Baker Mayfield are jarring.
Yeah, let's go.
Don't get a penalty. Don't you dare.
Don't get a penalty, but I'm okay with a little bit of emotion there. Baker got up and yelled at him first as Fletch is heated. Let's go.
Oh, my goodness. And now they are out of field goal range. This is really well done. It's a 4-man pressure. They run with a stunt. Sweat finally breaks through, forces Mayfield to step up. He's met right there by BG. And let's be real here. Eagles secondary did a pretty good job holding off in pass protection here. And that's finally the ability of the Eagle front four to get home. That's what the defense is predicated on. If they can get pressure, then you don't have to rely on the secondary to block as long. They just can't get any sort of pressure. They do, though, minus 7 yards and a punt, the first of the night for the Bucs. 1:42 to go in the first half, chance for your offense to go down and score.
Here's the punt, the snap. The punt is away, and it is high. And
oh, gosh, he dropped
it to 5.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, he's got it. He's got it to 9.
Oh,
Britton Covey. Oh, my. I can't do that. Nope.
Oh.
We're okay. We got the ball at the 9.
It's not going to be easy tonight, Josh. They're going to win this game. It's going to be real close. If he would have fumbled it there, I might have rage quit. I might have stopped.
In the live stream. Just shut it off.
Might have stopped.
No questions. Oh my goodness.
Oh
We
man.
can't this whole season. If you got a regular checkup with your doctor, I can almost promise you, you check your health before the season, you check your heart health afterward this season, and the stress that is everyone's been under has got to be so much worse for it because there's not a single game we could really point to. I mean, maybe one. Other than that, though, it's been a nonstop, stressed out, anxious, never easy heart attack finishes. You name it. It's ridiculous.
Oh man. Julio Jones is being evaluated for a concussion. That would elevate Olamide
Yeah.
Zaccheaus in to be wide receiver 3 now. It means Quez is the 2, in case you're excited about those sort of things.
Yeah, some people are. I don't think he's going to get 180 though. But you never know. It's not impossible.
Never know.
But hey, you know what? Again, kudos to the defense. Get you a punt, first punt of the game. I mean, it took you a little longer than
long
you
enough,
would have
but
hoped,
they
but
did
you
it.
do get a punt.
Yes, they did. Oh man.
So you're gonna have what, a minute 33 left and one timeout. You're gonna, I would think. I know that you're at the 9-yard line. You're gonna be aggressive, right? You're not gonna say like, yeah, let's.
You would hope.
Conservatively, the Bucs do have 3 timeouts though.
Shout out Alvin Mattis. Hey guys, live in versus from West Philly, go Birds. Not sure I know what that means, but I will appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it.
Kristen says, my Apple Watch alerts me about a high heart rate almost every game.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, seriously, I think we both have the Whoop, right? We have the Whoop. So if you go look, if you go look, and people that have the Whoop too, I'm sure it's the same way. But seriously, you go look at the heart rate and the monitor afterwards and the stress level. It'll show. It's like, oh, hey, there's no stress. And all of a sudden, when do the Eagles play? It's exactly whatever the stress rate is.
It knows. Yeah, Monday night, the Whoop thinks I'm having a nice workout right now, and I'm just sitting in my slippers in my studio.
At least you don't have to get a workout in. I mean,
for a team that doesn't care about me, you know. All right, hey, you get the heart rate going. You get a drive here, little drive. You can have some fun.
Come on, empty set for Jalen. 1:33 in the second. Bucs showing pressure. Now they're barking out signals, 9 on the play clock. Jalen maybe adjusting the play, looks over to his right side to Smitty, takes the snap, blitz coming. It's a receiver screen to Kenny Gainwell, has some blockers, and pushed up to the 18-yard line, a gain of 9. It'll be a 2nd and 1. Clock still running with 1:20 to play.
Yeah, that was a clear audible there from Jalen Hurts, and he paid the price for it. He took a shot getting that football out. He's going hurry up now. He's directing traffic. 2nd down and 1, 1:12 to go. Got to go.
Hurts in the gun now. Gainwell to his left. Takes the snap. Handoff Gainwell. He slips and falls, but gets back up. He pushes forward, and he probably has the first down, but it's only a gain of 1. And now a minute left. The time's still ticking.
That's probably a big gain there if Gainwell doesn't slip. And problem is it's going to cost them about 20 seconds. They got to hurry up here, and they're only at the 19-yard line.
All right, 48 seconds and ticking. Eagles still have 1 timeout with the ball at the 19. Jalen takes the snap on 1st down, rolling out right side, nowhere to go. He's about to get hit, and he does throw it away out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 10, 40 seconds to play.
He bailed a little early. I thought he might be able to hang on a little longer. Shaq Barrett came bounding off the edge. Let's take a look and see if anyone was actually open down the field. He would have had somebody in the middle had he not bailed.
Dallas Goedert.
That's tough. Pressure's coming, but still.
Barely got it away. You're right. Meg says, thank God no work tomorrow. Snow. It's my only saving grace.
Nice. You're lucky.
Yeah, lucky you. There's still a chance. Maybe difficult, but Eagles ball here at the 19-yard line. 40 seconds of the second quarter. Jalen takes the snap. 4-man pressure, has plenty of time. Right side, he's going to take a shot to Smitty. It's complete inbounds. It's a 1st down up to the 31. And they will take a timeout. Okay, so 32 seconds remaining. Ball at the 31 or 32-yard line of Philly.
There's Smitty over 100 for the day. If you're wondering if he was going to show up in a playoff game, these Alabama receivers, they always do. He's got a couple of really nice plays. That one good for at least 20. Philly's offensive line held on a little longer that time, too. Problem is they're only at about the 30, 35-yard line of Philadelphia, and they're out of timeout. So you're going to need another 30 yards to get this into Jake Elliott field goal range at the least.
Yeah, it's asking a lot, especially with no timeouts, like you said. We have Jake Elliott, though, so, I mean, you don't have to get as far as some others, but, yeah, man, look at that. Smitty, 4 catches, 111 yards. The rest of the team, 8 catches for 46. So Smitty is your answer. Lawrence still believes. Shout out to Lawrence. Says, wait, we're going to win, lads. Hopefully.
I hope you're right, Lauren.
Hurts takes the snap. Pressure coming. He's going to go right side. He's going deep. It's a shot for Smitty. It's caught. Did he get through in? I don't think he did. It's out of bounds.
Yeah,
what a catch, though, from Smitty.
I think he got 1. I don't think he got 2. A little go ball to the right side. Throw it up there and make him get off the ground to try and grab it. And we're waiting on a replay. I know he gets 1 foot. I don't think he gets a second. All replays come from the booth.
I don't think he did. What a great catch, though. I mean, just high point. Angle. Well, okay, let's get it back over there.
1.
High point 1, and yeah, there's no way that right foot came down.
College, that one works out pretty well. Now, 26 seconds.
All right, Jalen the gun. Gainwell to his left. Pressure coming. Takes the snap. He's got a blitz, and he's going to have to get rid of it quick. Right side, Dallas Goedert. It's caught, but it's a gain of 1, so basically nothing. 22 seconds now. Did stop, though, because he went out of bounds.
Man, you just wonder what they could do in the middle of the field on these blitzes with a different play caller. Because this is Engage 8. You played Madden, it's Engage 8 every single time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the throws across the middle should be right there. And even with no timeouts, you can run up and spike it. 3rd and 8.
Make it too easy. 3rd and 8 here. And how much you want to bet? Like you said, a blitz is probably coming.
Yeah. Got to be careful here.
Let's see.
No mistakes.
4 on the play clock, too. Jalen is going to take the snap, just get it away. Screen pass left side to Quez. He has 1 blocker, but he can't make the first man miss. Brought down short of the sticks. And there's 13 seconds left, so that is probably it. No timeouts from the Bucs. And time is ticking, so that will do it. Going to go in at halftime. Bucs up 16-9. The Eagles will get the ball to start the second half, and I don't know, 7-point game.
Yeah, it's a lot closer than it felt, that's for sure. A little bit of life from the defense at the end of the first half. A little bit of life from the offense. Really, just a little bit of life from Devontae Smith. Other than that, though, it's a lot of the same. It is a lot of the same. We talk about every week how they keep promising that things have changed and it's a little bit different and it's better. It's not much better. It is not much better. Not much better.
You're right. It's everyone can. Andrew says the coaching IQ is negative. What is that? Negative a million. Negative 100,000. Yeah, negative million. It's the issue of same thing. Appreciate you. Hey, Ernest says, thanks, boys. Going to bed. This stinks. Appreciate you hanging out with us. So, yeah. I mean, hey, you got a second half, but yes, it's like everyone, all of us could have predicted, hey, what are you going to do? You got a blitz coming? Wide receiver screen. Like, it's just so easy. And teams know it. Like, that's why they're able to stop it, because that's the answer for the Eagles. You run the wide receiver screen, you're not picking up a whole lot. We've got the 1 deep shot to Smitty, which was great. Hey, you score off of that. But if we can't hit deep shots, the sad part is, like we've seen, the play calling is not consistent enough with the run, even if the run is working, to stick with it. And then you get pass happy, and there's not enough answers against the blitz. You just blitz Jalen, and you're going to be able to stop it. You're going to be able to limit it.
And the defense at the same time, they're just not doing enough to get the football field. Nice sack there in the final possession for the Bucs. They're showing the highlights right now. Just the offense unable to move the football by running it. I mean, you think about this, week 3, they 20 plus carries for DeAndre Swift, $130 on the ground, 200 total rushing. 5 Swift carries this first half, I think. 6 maybe. Yeah. Single digit rushing attempts. And the fact it's a 1-point game is quite the miracle. Quite the miracle. I'm going to run to the restroom. I'll be right back to relieve you. Halftime breaks for everybody. We will be right back.
Cool. Yep. How are we feeling in the chat? How are we feeling about this? I mean, we said it beforehand, and we were talking about it in the open. I talked about it in the live show before the game. My number for the rushes was, you got to have 35 or more to be happy, regardless of the outcome of the game. You have to have at least 35 carries. We got 5. And I mean, I know you went down early, but seriously, you have 5 carries and Jalen has thrown the ball 20 times. It makes no sense. And Brent Hartwich, I see you. We need to run the ball. Totally agree. Andrew says the player's body language seems so off. Sorry, Thomas has the controls, so I'd flash your comment up there. I can read them. I just can't throw them up there. But Eagles over Cowboys says, do you think Smitty will stay after this year? Smitty, I think Smitty will stay. That's not an issue. But yeah, Farnsworth feeds Swift. RS&P only 4 Swift carries. Lawrence, I know, right? They must run the ball. Andrews still hates screens. Seriously, like you're in a 2-minute offense with no timeouts, you're run screen plays. Like you know what the answer is going to be to that situation. What other teams in the NFL, like serious teams, what other serious teams in the NFL run screenplays in those situations? It makes no sense. But it's also, I mean, is it surprising? Like, seriously, like, is anyone surprised by what we've seen? This is the same thing, despite Sirianni, again, for what, the 6th week, 8th week, 10th week, whatever in a row of we're going to make changes. We're going to practicing fundamentals. Tackling is going to be better. I don't know what we're up to in this game. Probably 10. It's ridiculous. .007, your scoreboard is calm down, Josh. We got this. Bro, I don't know. I that's why I picked, again, I hope that I'm wrong. I really hope that I'm wrong, but I picked the Bucs 24-21 before the game. Like, if I'm just being objective and trying to, I want the Eagles to win. I want them to prove me wrong. I want to go on the biggest run that we can, beat the Bucs, go to Detroit, win there, keep going. But how long do we have to keep saying it's the exact same issues? Like, this is unreal. See, Ryan, what's up, man? Says, do you think the Birds are throwing the game to get the coaches out of here? Despite the players saying they believe in the coaches, I think it's obvious they don't want them here anymore. I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, I wouldn't totally discredit that notion. I'd love for the part that makes me think that that's not legit is, yes, I could understand frustration with the coaches, but like, man, you got Kelsey, you got BG, you got Fletch, Lane, even like with limited time, but like those 3, it could very well be their last run in Philly. So despite, even if guys are like, man, I can't stand the coaches, I feel like you rally around those guys, right? You're saying this may be their last run. I can't go out there and just kind of, give half effort and say like, yeah, whatever. Sorry, our coaches are going to be gone. I could be wrong, but again, if it's me and I'm sitting there with those guys, there's no way I could get a half effort, just despite how terrible the coaching is. Jordan says, if we tackle, we got this game locked. Be a lot better. That's for sure. World Wrestling Violence says, do you think we can make a comeback? I think we can. Like, I'm not giving up necessarily. I do think we can, but we're sitting here of so many weeks of them not proving it to us. So I'm struggling to actually go fully to believe that point. It's not impossible. Oh my goodness. Where are we at? What do we think as far as a comeback and being possible? A scale of 1 to 10, absolutely no belief being a 1, and 10, I don't know, guarantee rock solid. You're betting the mortgage on it. Unfortunately, we have someone who bet what? Well, we have Mr. Raz saying, I bet $6,436. That's a really unusual amount, but bet that on the game. Mr. Raz says, that's my life savings. You better not. Oh, I think you may be on mute. Sorry, Thomas. I see you're there, but I couldn't hear you.
Oh, yeah, I've just been talking. I did talking to myself here. Oh, yeah, I was on mute. My bad. I was going to say, dropping $6,000 as a bet on this game? You should just throw them that in the super chat. That would have been a better use of your money there. Goodness gracious. Josh has diapers to buy. He's got diapers to buy.
Yeah, diaper fund. There you go.
Yeah.
We're going to need it.
How about
Look
this?
at that, right?
Matt Dillon says, do you think it's better for our future if we lose? That's a really tough question. That's a really hard question. Because on one hand, maybe. But what if the future head coach, Sirianni, is fired? It's worse. I mean, there's no guarantee that, firing everybody fixes everything. There's no guarantee keeping everybody, fixes everything. But that is a very interesting question mark. And what's so crazy to me about all of this is you were so good last year. And Steichen this, Steichen that. Why can't they just do what Steichen did? Like, it doesn't, either they're completely inept or they choose not to on purpose. It's crazy. And like Donnell just said, the offense is easy to defend when all we do is pass. And you mentioned earlier, 5 runs so far for this Eagle offense against a bad rushing defense in Tampa Bay. Yeah, it's just sometimes you wonder. Sometimes you just absolutely wonder.
Yeah, it's so frustrating, but I don't know. I mean, I think Sirianni thinks that he's a lot smarter than he is. I think that he thinks that he's a lot better at offensive scheming than he is. And, I agree. I think, man, if you could have Shane Steichen, it would be drastically different. But unfortunately, when Steichen left, I could very easily see Sirianni being like, sweet, like I can get back in. Like I can have a little bit more control. I can have some say over the offense because he loves it. He's an offensive guy. But he's just not who he thinks he is in terms of scheming and play calls or setting up the game plan for the week. Like it's not effective.
Well, it can be effective if he goes down the field right here and gets us a touchdown to start the second half.
Hopefully, yes. This guy says Philly needs more pre-snap motion. That'd
be nice.
A lot of things, yeah. Unfortunately, you don't fix it in one week.
We get this Brandon Martin super chat says my ass can call better plays than this crap. I wouldn't doubt it, Brandon. Please say potato. Potato from BB. There you go. Thanks for your $2 for that saying potato.
Appreciate that.
I don't know. Do you think your ass could call better plays, Josh? What do you think?
I mean,
how is it at calling plays?
I don't exactly know. I'm not sure that I've tried that one before, but as bad as it's been, it's probably not impossible.
Yeah, it could always be worse.
Maybe.
Big maybe. Oh, man. Appreciate all the new subs. A bunch of new subs rolling in tonight. If you haven't hit the red sub button and you are excited to see what the Eagles do this offseason, because for win, lose, or draw, there will be dramatic changes. Some dramatic changes. But, we will see what they do, and these are the best 2 channels to be subscribed to learn when that happens.
Got several different variances of, scale of 1 to 10, seeing several 1s. Simply Wreck, though, with a 5. Meg with a 1. Precise the Great with a 9. That's really confident, man. Really think we're going to come back and win. I can appreciate the positivity. 9. I don't know that I'm a 9. Jordan with an 8. China with a 4. Ali Savage with a 7. Furious Storm with a 10. He's betting the mortgage. I literally said with a 10 is a betting the mortgage. But we have, one obviously who was betting the life savings on that. Yeah. So
no thanks on betting my mortgage on this game. Although it would be very Philadelphia to win this game and then get obliterated by Detroit next week. So, and if you're rooting for a, Detroit year finally making it, then maybe Philly can help them do that by being a rollover team in the divisional round before taking on the 49ers, maybe.
There's a hope. There's a possibility.
B says, thanks for saying potato. You're welcome. You're welcome. You drop the money, we say it. It's that simple.
Within reason, of course.
Within reason, of course. My mom's watching. Within reason.
Yep. Mike with a 7. Damiel with a 4. Jeff with 3. Tasa with a 4, Kristen with a 4. I feel like that's about where I'm at. I'm probably maybe a 3. I want to be somewhat confident, but I can't quite get there. Alex Parks has 9. I ain't got no house, so I can't vote 10.
I understand. How about Jarky Beef saying Debo was right about Bradbury? He was. It's hard to believe that Debo was right about Bradbury. He was 100% right. 100% right.
Yeah.
I just want the Cowgirl fans to shut up. I do too. That'd be the one reason why I want Philly to win this game, because then you can say to the Cowboys, like, hey, at least we made it to the divisional round, At least we made it further, even though technically we've been alive in the playoffs longer because they lost yesterday, but still. Braxton says, first quarter terrible. I'm also trash at first in Roblox. Okay. Cranky Cletus, he says, wearing my Stoutland University hoodie. That's right. You got that from us.
Let's go.
Appreciate you wearing that. We got this. Go Birds. Appreciate that. I think if there was one person who was going to stay on the staff that we'd all want and universally agree with, it'd be Jeff Stoutland. But I don't know. Maybe it's a clean house. Never know. Well, we're about to get ready to go in the third quarter. Let me change the quarter number here. I always forget to do that. Boom. Philly to receive the third quarter kick. 6-point game. Could have been a 7-point game. Could have been a 6-point game had they gotten the extra point. But what are you going to do? Hey, we talk about adjustments. This football team was really good at adjustments at times in the first half of the season. They've been horrible recently, but you go to the field, you score here, you continue to get some life. Surely there was an impassioned speech by multiple people in the locker room to try and fire up a team because they are basically 30 minutes away in football time from going on vacation.
You have to think so. Again, the question earlier was like, do you think that the players are losing or want to lose for the coaches to get fired and everything else? But the argument that I would be is even if you're frustrated against the coaches, it is, players giving an impassioned speech. Like you want to win it for Kelsey. You want to win it for Flett, for BG. Like it could be their last game. There's no way I could see the guys just giving up on them. Even if you're frustrated with the coaches saying, I'm done. I'm done with them. I want them gone. You can't do it for those guys.
Eric Lovely says, you guys help me keep up with Eagle news from Arkansas. Thanks, go Birds. Appreciate that. That's our plan. It's going to be even better in the offseason. There's a lot of news in the offseason. Draft, free agency, coaching. Subscribe to both these shows. Big things coming. Let me just say that.
Very excited about that. Hopefully, delayed. But yes, have a lot during the offseason.
Hopefully delayed. All right, here we go. Kickoff out the back of the end zone. Lisa Salters gives us a little update. Hello Mello says, wearing my Jason Kelsey jersey makes me sad. What a way to go out. Well, maybe he's not out yet. Let's see what this first drive looks like in the third quarter here. Here we go.
Come on, guys.
No Julio Jones out the rest of the night, in case you were wondering. So out with 2 of your top 3 receivers. Pistol formation. Hurts takes a snap. Turn, give. Swift running right side. You got to get out the edge. He does not. He loses a yard. It'll be second down and 11.
At least you ran the football, I suppose, but Bucs contain it and a loss of a couple yards to start out. It's not exactly what you want. Shout out to D-Kit, though, with a $5 super chat. Says Sirianni had them out in the parking lot at halftime doing tackling drills. He said it's time to work on fundamentals.
It's time. It's never late. It's never too late, baby. Get out there. Never too late.
Let's go, baby. We can change this. We're going to change it.
Here we go. Second down and 11. Empty formation. 21 passes, 6 runs. Just the balance we were hoping for. I say with heavy sarcasm. Hurts stamps his foot. Here comes a 5-man pressure. He stamps up, looks left, throws, home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. Going for Watkins. No flag. It'll be 3rd and 11. Are we surprised?
No, we're not surprised. And also the other non-surprising part about it is the fact that a blitz is coming and what happens? You have a deep shot, Jalen off his back foot and launches it deep. Like it's just...
Do you see Jack Stolzer out there? 2 yards, turned around and stood. These one-person routes are crazy in a modern NFL. They are wild in a modern NFL. And a chance for a very quick 3 and out, just like we would like. 3rd and 11. 1 for 4 on 3rd down is Jalen Hurts. The Eagles have not had a 3rd down completion yet so far this game. Hurts takes the snap. Another 5-man pressure. Steps up. He's hit. He's sacked. Of course. Just what we were expecting. Kalijah Cansey, loved him pre-draft. There he is. Oh, boy. I've never seen an offense this inept at stopping blitzes. Boy, Cam Jurgens got obliterated. Yeah, oh, man.
You got all halftime to play call that and to clean it up and everything else. Like, oh, my gosh.
And that is almost blocked. Braden Mann gets it away. It's not a good one, though. And it takes a bad Eagle hop to the 40, stop to the 41. So field position already bad. Offense 3 and out. And if you were hoping, like I said about 3 minutes ago, for a really great offensive game plan, cheers to that. It didn't work.
I'm gonna have to run for a stronger drink here in a second if we keep this one up for.
Yeah, my water's just holding me over. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's just I mean, there's your case in point. We're talking about coaching. Do you change stuff? Do you have any faith? It's that stuff right there. You come out of a halftime and that's what you run.
1st and 10 from the 41. Baker takes a snap, looks left, throws left, caught. That's Otten, and he's gonna get probably 10 because that's what the Eagle defense likes to do on 1st down, and it'll be are they going to give it to him? They are. 1st down.
So crazy. It just gets, yes. Laura's report here says Todd Bowles saying we just have to catch the ball. Yeah, literally, you just have to
It.
catch because that's just about. The defense has had a couple stops, but outside of that, if you catch the ball, this game is what 23, maybe even more, 26 to 9.
Baker in the pistol inside Eagle territory. Play fake. He rolls to his left, fires. That's caught Otten. Good tackle there. I haven't said that much tonight. That's Avonte Maddox for a gain of about 4. Mentioned the drops. 6 drops for the Buccaneers tonight. That's the most in a playoff game since 2006, according to the graphic the ESPN crew just flashed on my screen. Good tackle, as I just mentioned. 2nd down and 7 now. And a, field position being a problem, but if they could just get a stop, it would be nice. Maybe. Mayfield in the gun, takes the snap, 4-man pressure, all day to throw, all day, steps up, still rolling, still looking. Now he's going to run to his right, stamps his foot, now being chased, now throws, and that's incomplete. And he had a chance there for Rashad White. That's about 10 seconds of time before, I believe it was Milton Williams who got close to him. Good coverage,
Milton
though.
Williams did.
Positive.
Good, yeah. Something there. So we got the YG. Why are we dropping Hassan Reddick out in coverage? I mean, he did a decent job there. Even though I don't like dropping him in coverage, the concern and issue is you're sending just about 4-man pressure all game long, and it's not working. So The sad part is if you blitz, we know that doesn't work because the scheme has been terrible, and you make it easy for the offense to complete. But your D-line has to win the battle even when it's only 4 guys rushing, and they're doing a very terrible job.
3rd and 7. Here comes a 4-man pressure. Baker steps up. He's hit. He's sacked. Yeah. There's Nolan Smith and Fletcher Cox. They got him for the 2nd time tonight. Wow.
Heck yeah.
Another 3rd down sack.
And I just called him out. So that's our answer.
Wow.
We just got to start calling out
We really do.
Every single time.
We really do. Simply Rex says, tush push every play, we win. Let's try that next time they get the ball. That was Nolan Smith. That's the best pressure we've seen from Nolan Smith since the Dolphin game.
Let's go.
That's the same sack from the Dolphin game about 9 years ago. Here's your punt.
Forever ago.
Covey fumbled the last one. He fair catches it with a knee on the ground at the 12. And 3 and out for an Eagle defense. I mean, hey, at least there's something there. And out trots Hurts in the Eagle offense after their own 3 and out.
Let's go, baby. Nolan Smith getting the sack.
It's something. It's something.
It is. It took a while, but you got to stop. D-Kit said, I thought Nolan Smith retired.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we were. See, there you go. Mr. Chris calls it out. We were talking about Nolan Smith earlier in Josh's stream. See, not quite a bust yet, because we've obviously had some comments of people giving up on him so early with him being a rookie, but he can make some plays.
It's bad when Brian Dawkins tweets that we don't know how to call offensive plays that aren't screens. That's when you know it's really bad.
Yep.
Still, though, 1-score game. It does not feel like a 1-score game, but it is a 1-score game. Somehow it is a 1-score game.
Yeah, you're right. It really doesn't. But there's still a chance.
Oh, man. Is Hurts allowed to call plays yet? I don't think they've given him that opportunity. I think that they just want to keep calling the same 4 plays.
Well, do we have some faith that anything will happen?
No. It's got to be, the easiest job in the world, defensive coordinator versus Philly. You just blitz. It's that simple. You just blitz. That easy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of scheming you really have to do. They make it way too easy.
Oh, man. Thanks, mods. Yep, I got you guys. Don't worry. I'm working the chat. I work the chat, too. A little life, says Brian Kenner. Just a little bit. Little tiny bit. We get a first down. But, yes, there's a little bit of life. We're getting out coached right now. Fire all the coaches says, big boy JT. Yeah, well, big boy. I'm not going to disagree.
Yeah. Appreciate the first super chat, too.
This could easily be a Eagle win that saves coaches' lives when we all want coaches to still be fired. Can you win a game and still get fired?
Probably not. Probably not. I mean, as bad as it is, still probably not. No.
Play fake on from his own 12. Hurts steps up. He's going to run now, and he's going to get across the 20. There goes Jalen Hurts, and he's hit right in the helmet, and there's a flag after a 13-yard gain, and you got to make sure he's okay. He got obliterated. Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be 15 yards.
Jeez, he got popped right in the head.
He looks okay, though.
He did. He popped up.
Shot.
Yeah, that'd be an ejection in college football. 2 fouls. Holding off. It's going to be negated. Oh. You're kidding. He got a free shot.
You got to be kidding me.
A free shot. Wow.
Oh, yeah, and David's obviously happy about that. He's like, cool, all right.
Oh, man.
Get a little hit on Jalen, nothing.
Juergens. Where's Juergens' hold? Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Right there. You just tackle him down, kind of.
Tony says, offense got to score. Can't keep relying on defense to hold. Blows my mind how bad this offense is with all this talent. Yeah. Yeah, and they just had a probably 25-yard gain there with Hurts' run and then just a really bad shot to the head. Now it's 1st and 10. It's just replay everything from the 12-yard line.
My gosh.
Hurts takes the snap. Here comes another blitz. Quick screen. Smitty, and he's tackled immediately. I'm so sick of these stupid screen passes. Can you do anything creative? Anything. Golly, it's so stupid.
I just don't understand the thought process on it. Like, the wide receiver screen is so bad.
Gosh. There's no blockers there either.
Yeah, you want to do a wide receiver screen with no blockers when they are playing up on the line of scrimmage. It'd be one thing if they're backed off 20 yards, 15 yards. The dude is, look at that. He's 3 yards off the line of scrimmage, and you're going to throw a screen pass with 2 guys out there?
Oh, my gosh. It is insane.
It's laughable.
Insane.
It's laughable.
2nd and 15 now from the 9. Hurts takes a snap. Play fake. Nobody open. He's going to run it, and he's going to get 5 yards. Yeah, that would have been a quick pass for a gain of about nothing. No one was open, though. How about the super chat here from Pork Chop, who says, what's the best payoff on a double OT Jake walk-off? I have no idea, but I would not bet that. Don't do that.
No clue, but the odds have got to be crazy high. I don't know if you saw the One Galaxy Drifter super chat either.
Threw it up, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I may have an interest in Hurts.
He's got to throw a touchdown, man. He's been stinking.
Call him out real quick.
He needs a touchdown. Yeah. Jalen's been terrible.
Jalen is terrible, abysmal. He can't convert a 3rd down to save his life. Probably won't this entire game. He's 0 for 5.
Yeah,
just absolute trash.
We got you. Don't worry, we got you. Hurts takes the snap. Guess what? Another blitz. Steps up, throws middle. That's incomplete. Are you surprised? And the Eagles are going to punt. Oh, there's a flag.
Flag?
Pass interference on the Bucs. That is a late call. Wow.
Did it work?
Let's make sure they don't pick it up. They're talking. Lots of talking. Lots of talking. Goddard was the intended target. Pass interference. First down, Philadelphia. All right.
Let's go. First down.
Yay. No 3 and out.
I don't know if that's technically the reverse jinx that works that way, but, he got a first down out of it.
We got a first down out of it. Let's have a look. It's empty. They're running a simple slant route here from Goddard across the middle. And he gets pulled. Yeah, it's close, but I think we would agree that that's probably pass interference.
Okay. Keep the drive alive.
Ball's only at the 20. It's unbelievable. 1st and 10. Yeah. Swift maybe gets a carry. He does. DeAndre Swift out of the pistol and falls forward for a gain of 3. All right, 2nd down and 7. Yeah, Tryon Shoyinka he just grabs inside his shoulder pad and turns him. That's pretty obvious.
Yep. No question there. Definitely second look. That's a pass interference.
All right, 2nd and 8. 6 carries for DeAndre Swift. He's averaging 2.8 a carry. Is that good? Pistol. Hurts takes the snap. Another give. Swift running left side, and he gets about 2.5. So the average is very strong right now. Be
About
third
as
down
average.
and a long 6.
It's crazy. I mean, you're not running the ball much, but yeah, it's not effective. So I guess, why stick with it? But oh my gosh.
All right, another third down. Without the penalty, they're 0 for 6 on third down. Right now, 1 for 5. Oh, man, here we go. 8:07 to go. Third quarter, 16-9, Tampa Bay. Philly from their own 22-yard line. Hurts stretch traffic. He's in the gun. Motion Gainwell out of the backfield. 5-man pressure. Throw out. Long way to go for Gainwell from the 20. Guess what? A blitz, and they have no plan for it. Golly.
I don't know how you don't know that a blitz is coming. Again, it's a third down.
Do they
it's
have
every
blitz
single down. The
speeders
blitz is
on the
coming.
play sheet? Do they have anything that says, hey, if they blitz, let's run these damn plays?
No, we already know the answer to that one.
Oh, Goddard was open, but he didn't have any time.
He did have Goddard, yeah.
Damn it. It's so painful. Here comes another Braden man punt, because that's about all we can do tonight on offense. Good one, too. Backpedals to the 25, and let's see where they can get him at the 35, 36. So back out comes the Eagle defense. Oh, as Hurts shakes his head as he walks to the bench.
So bad. It's just a combination of things, really. I mean, it's Mr. Chris and Jalen's fine. When you give a world-class chef turds, you can't expect delicious pancakes. GC Legend, same plays over and over. But at the same time, I mean, like we were saying, Goddard was open, but then it's not a quick enough route. So, either that or Jalen just having to get rid of it. But again, it's like it feels like the exact same issue over and over. Hurts is on his back foot. He's trying to get rid of it to something, but there's nowhere to go with it. And you know that blitzes are coming. That's the craziest thing is all week everyone's talking about it. The Bucs are going to blitz. That's your answer. It's crazy.
Oh, man. All right, well, and now we wait for the defense to save us. I think that's what we're hopeful for.
Which doesn't feel very good. Shout out to D-Kit, $2 super chat, says, do we ever see Hurts change a friggin' play? Ever?
Nope. Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it.
He did change a couple, but yeah, he doesn't really seem to change too many.
It's going to be an interesting offseason, Josh. It is going to be a very interesting offseason to see who is a casualty and who is not a casualty, because it's, oh, man. It's tough. It's tough to watch. It's so tough to watch. Golly.
Yep, you definitely need big changes with the coaches for sure, like we talked about. At a bare minimum, it's got to be the coordinators. You could definitely make the case it's got to be the head coach too. Whole regime change. But I mean, you need some players without a doubt. Like you gotta solidify some stuff. You gotta shore up some holes. I would love for them to draft a linebacker. Will Howie do it? Probably not. But
nope.
With the weakness that is in free agency for linebacker, I think you really have to consider drafting one. But you need that. You might need a safety. Probably for sure need a safety. You need another defensive lineman, at least one. Probably an offensive tackle. There's quite a bit.
All right, well, what can the defense do? You need a pick six or something. A couple of good sacks last time out. Baker takes the snap from his own 36, play fake, rolls to his right, fires fighting Otten, and he's got a gain of about 6, tackled by Bradbury and Cunningham there across the 40. They've been working real close to midfield all night long. It'll be second down and short. How about 7 catches for Cade Otten for 83 yards? He has been all over the place.
Could have told you that would probably be the case. If you have any tight end playing against the Eagles, it's probably going to be a good day for him.
6:42 to go, third quarter. This game feels like it's been dragging on late in the second half. 2nd and 4 officially. Nolan Smith, Brandon Graham in the game right now for the 2 pass rusher for Philly. Baker in the pistol, takes the snap, turn, give White up the middle, untouched, still going across the 50, and he's got about 25 yards, maybe 20 yards into Eagle territory. Run defense, baby.
So easy. As Jalen Carter is like jawing with White afterwards, I'm not sure what about, because the dude literally picked up 20 yards, but he's got something to say to him.
Oh, boy. Doesn't feel like the Eagles can come back from double digits. It feels like you got to keep this within one and hope you get lucky. Anything more than that, as the time continues to tick, not looking good. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 46. Baker again in the pistol. White behind him. Here's another give, no play fake. Rolls to his left, stops his foot, looks, throws, caught. There's Chris Godwin the first time tonight. He's out of bounds in front of James Bradbury at the 36, 37-yard line. 2nd down and short. Nice and easy.
Goodness gracious. As Buckle Bunny here says, host for Eagles fans, you would think your haters. No, I'd call it just more realism. You know, for a while, holding out hope. But
yeah, watching the Eagles in 2023 is what I would call this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a dumb comment.
Just
2nd down and 2.
Living a reality here.
Yeah, this is welcome to the real world. Baker, pistol, takes a snap, turn, give, White. He's met in the hole, and he's still churning the legs. He's going to be about a yard short. Looked like Milton Williams, the first guy there. He's a guy who's been really irrelevant this year after seemingly having a great camp, was supposed to be one of the rotational defensive tackles who was going to really help out with the replacement of Javon Hargrave. He's done virtually nothing this season, but gets a good stop there. It'd be 3rd down and 1.
All right, come on. 3rd and 1. Can you please get a stop here? Let's do something. I know the offense has been the bigger issue tonight, but please get a stop, have a chance here.
Play fake. Baker rolling right. Here
Get
comes
him,
the pressure.
get him.
Sacked! It's Milton Williams again at the 50.
You called it. This is working.
Wow.
You just have to call people out. You called Milton Williams. That's the plan. The rest of the night, we just call people out. They're going to prove us wrong. I don't know what we're at. We're like the 7th time of calling someone out. Then every next play, they make a play.
What is that? The third down sack in a row? What a crazy play call on 3rd and 1. Clearly, the Bucs were thinking that they'd go for this on 4th and 1 if they threw an incomplete pass, but Baker didn't see anybody open. Milton Williams with a good sack, and Jalen Hurts fired up on the sideline. And they're going to punt.
Out a field goal, yeah.
Hello Mello says Bill Belichick interviewed for Atlanta today. Yeah, about 3.5-hour meeting with Arthur Blank, according to Adam Schefter. So they get their first chance at the old Bill as the punt is underway, and Covey waves his arm at the 10, fair catch at the 9, and it's basically a repeat of the Eagle offense with 1 touchdown to show so far and a field goal.
All right. There you go, Milton.
Luis says Jalen showing emotion. Yeah, we saw something there. How about that? He was said to get a little let's go from the sideline. Philadelphia Inquirer in shambles somewhere.
Yeah. Because he's not leading and, doesn't show emotion.
That's right.
All these other issues with Jalen. It's not the play calling. It's not the scheme and everything else.
No,
but yeah.
No. Of course not.
I am a little bit tired seeing this in the chat here. Goose, we start from the same spot every time.
Every time.
We're not getting very good field position. This field position battle has been a struggle, but just one time, baby. Go down the field, make this thing happen. Will we see them prove us wrong, though? That's the question.
They could. Touchdown could really prove us wrong. Oh, boy. Super chat from Tony Cadillac. If we lose, it's on the offense. Can you keep pace 16 points? It is true. Defense has kind of buttoned their chin straps a little bit the past couple of possessions. They've done a decent job after getting worked in the first half, but, I will at least take the offense doing something.
They have to. You come out of halftime and you're what, zero net yards so far? Yeah, you got to do something.
Love that. Oh man, the Apple outlet commercial rolling again. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Golly.
You hate that. I'm not saying it's good, but you hate it.
I'd rather cut my arm off and beat myself with it than listen to that
Oh
thing.
my
That thing is so annoying. I can't stand that commercial. I can't stand it. Can't stand that
Evidently
commercial.
so. My goodness.
It's awful. The Apple chief of marketer, whoever designed that one's got to go. J. Ross Film says, feel bad for our D playing their butts for nothing. Yeah, well, but I said the offense would do that, but not been the case.
Yep. We get an answer, maybe.
Boy, if you're the Detroit Lions, you're sitting there going, man, we feeling good. You know they do.
Oh, heck yeah. You're watching these guys. I mean, you're not gonna,
come on. Yes.
You don't want to get too hyped up, but you're watching both of these teams, and I'm for sure so far you got to be saying, okay, the Bucs have missed opportunities, drop passes, a couple other opportunities there, but yeah, you're pretty happy.
Here's a first down run to Kenny Gainwell. That's going to go backwards. Gainwell reverses field, gets a block from Hurts, and he loses 10 yards. Oh, my gosh.
So our offensive line that talked all week about, blocking, imposing their will, running the football. I understand that we have not run the football much because we're not sticking to it, but it's not been effective. We have, 9 carries for 25 yards on a 2.8 yards per carry average.
Oh, boy. All right, second down and 16 from your own 4-yard line. Do you think a screen is coming? Anyone for a screen? Now's your chance. Hurts alone in the gun. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Steps up. Looks left. Throws left. That's going to be caught. Goddard toe taps at the sideline. Go to the 14. And that'll give him a little bit of breathing room. It'll be third down at about 6.
I mean, you got something, so hey.
Yeah, it's a good throw, too. Offensive line holds. The first time they don't bring pressure in a long time. 4-man rush.
Wow.
Third and 6. 2:31 to go. Third quarter. Hurts takes the snap. Another 4-man pressure. Stands in the pocket. Pocket collapses. Hurts rolls to his left. Long way to go. Pump fake.
Get rid of it.
He's hit, and he's going to be throwing the ball in the end zone. I think it's incomplete. They barely got a safety away.
Was there somebody in the area, though? They got to
hope, or it's going to be grounding. It'll be a safety. Safety.
Gosh,
yep, grounding. Oh, my God.
Get rid of it. I mean, we don't know. I can't see the field up there, no, but surely there was someone on the side. You got to just throw it away.
That's probably the game because now it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, 2-score.
Good Lord, have mercy. It's so bad. 4-man pressure. Landon Dickerson gets obliterated by Kalijah Cansey.
I don't know what Jalen thinks he's going to do. I don't know what he thinks he can do to not get rid of it.
The routes on the right side are 2 10-yard stops. And then it's a stop on the left and a crosser on the middle. What is this play calling? What are we watching? Oh my gosh, this is horrible.
Oh, boy.
It's just spread them out and run 10-yard outs or 10-yard stops. That's it. It's horrific. It is absolutely horrific. Holy cow.
I can't understand it. Can't believe it. Jalen, upset, trying to be able to go out there and do something. Are you kidding me? We answer with a safety that started at the 10-yard line.
And was at the 14. That snap was from the 14-yard line. Safety. Oh, we are such a joke. Goodness. We are such a joke. I've never seen it.
Happen?
Never seen. I can't wait for the post-game press conferences because it's going to be just total BS coming out of Sirianni's mouth. Just total garbage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here's our Braden Mann safety punt. Good one, though. Catches at the 10. 2:18 to go third quarter. Tompkins gets it at the 30, cross the 35, steps back to the 37, and falls out of bounds at the 38. And we got some fighting, looks like. Yeah. Yeah, this is coaching to lose. You are coaching to get fired, and that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't see how I don't see how you can keep your job. You do something like this. It's just ridiculous. You're going to put up 9 points so far. Unbelievable.
Oh, man. All right, 1st and 10 from the Eagle 36. Here's a give White. He's missed in the backfield, breaks 2 tackles, and he's going to gain about 6 yards instead of losing 2. Oh, man. They have blitzed him 18 of 27 pass plays. It's so sad that they know it's that easy. All you got to do is blitz. All you got to do, just blitz.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's not even just the fact that, like, stats in general, but like look at the body language. There's hardly any belief. You're seeing the guys, they're dejected. The Bucs are obviously fired up on the sideline. They've got all the confidence.
2nd and 4. Baker, quick stop, throw left side, wide open, caught, missed tackle. James Bradberry, there goes the Buck receiver, touchdown.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, good. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
It's over. It's over. Bradberry can get Bradberry's. Oh man, I wish I could say some stuff. 56 yards to Trey Palmer. Oh, Bradberry. All right, well, we have officially clinched a brand new coaching staff. Congratulations, everybody. It's officially official. Oh, James Bradberry. Oh, he's so bad. Gosh, I have some words for James Bradberry.
Just straight up wash.
I just cannot believe
James Bradberry missed a tackle, and Bradley Roby missed a tackle, and touchdown Bucs.
Horrific, man. Horrific. See ya, Sirianni. See ya, Patricia. See ya, Desai. Everybody's gone. See ya, Brian Johnson. See ya.
Yep. There's no chance.
It's probably tomorrow. It's probably tomorrow. It's got to be tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I seriously want to know, like, people in the chat, if there's anybody still in there that believes this, the Nick Sirianni apologists out there, they don't exist. How do you defend this performance? You take the last 6 games and then this, and this team is terribly coached. Obviously can't execute, but still terribly coached. You have so many issues, no belief. The locker room feels like a mess based on everything that we're seeing and hearing, and we can kind of piece together whether or not the players are actually saying it. How do you defend Sirianni at this point?
I cannot believe how bad this team looks. I've never thought I would see a team with this many wins looking this badly.
No, it's a joke. Mr. Chris, this just in, all requests to interview Brian Johnson have been rescinded.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point.
Who hires him as a head coach after this season? Unless you, again, I do think that it's drastically on Sirianni, but still, like, how? Why do you hire him as a head coach after this?
Oh boy, it has got to be at 12:01. New coaching staff. There's no way you can watch this and say this has got to stay. And, remember, it was supposed to be, if it's close, maybe he stays. It's not close. They're getting boat raced. They're getting boat raced right now. Boat raced.
Hello, Mello. Come on. It's Eagles fans everywhere. This is for you in the Merle Reese voice, but
may the goo be with you. Can't wait for the Tube Frog video in a couple of years. The worst collapse in NFL history. Yeah. This is one of them. Yeah, they're all getting fired. I would subscribe because we'll be the first people live, as we always are, once the Eagles have fired Nick Sirianni, and you can expect it to be within 24 hours. I would bet he gets back, and that's it. Because, listen, Philly's got to hurry up on the coaching. The coaching search is well underway. Harbaugh interview with the Chargers. Belichick's interview with the Falcons. Like, it's got to go. You got to go quick.
Yeah, and think about it, too. Like, we learned from last season by taking so long. Again, it was Jonathan Gannon that kind of hosed us there. But that was Kevin Byard, actually, with a missed tackle. Bradley Roby not.
Kevin Byard, man. Kevin Byard sucks.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Kevin Byard has been trash all year. He's probably done.
Bro.
He's probably done. Sick.
Brad
Absolutely
says, my kid's 8th grade team tackles better. Probably so.
Yep.
You probably do.
Yep. All right, back up comes the offense in a meaningless football game with a quarter and a minute and a half left.
Nate with $2 super chat. At least we still got the 76ers and Flyers. LOL.
Yeah. Put your trust in Joel Embiid. It will never let you down. Never let you down. Oh, boy. All right, let's see what the offense does. My guess would be screen passes and zone runs for 2 yards. That just a guess. But what do I know? What do I know?
2-possession game, as someone pointed out, at least, but...
Hurts in the gun, takes the snap. Here's your run up the middle. Actually, a decent one by Swift across the 30, across the 40.
Go.
And there he is to the 44, and that's the best run of the night for Philadelphia. Probably too little too late, though.
Yeah, it's sad. I'd love to get hyped about that one, but...
I'm starting to get behind the Vrabel bandwagon. Vrabel seems like a no BS coach. If he could get their offensive coordinator right, I don't know. Interesting. All right, 36 rushing yards tonight, 47 to go on the game clock. Here's another run up the middle. There's your more vintage for no gain. Yeah, it feels like you need an adult. Like we tried Sirianni being rah-rah, being fun. I really enjoyed it. It only works when you're winning, though. It sounds like you need an adult in the room when things start going bad to keep the locker room in check. My guess is you're going to hear a lot more about the locker room being completely gone weeks ago once this season ends. That's probably what's happening here.
Off season, we're gonna have tons of coverage on that, but I agree with you. There's gonna be so much about what was actually going on behind the scenes.
2nd and 10, fake screen, throw across the middle, catch their Smitty across the 40, and that seems to be the only play that's worked so far is to fake the wide receiver screen. So that's a big chunk as we end the third quarter here with the Eagles driving down 2 scores.
Oh, I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to say, oh my gosh, they came back and won.
Yeah,
or
but
tied
at this point,
is
it good for them to do so?
Again, I don't think that it is. And also, you look at Bradbury and others on the sideline. It's not like a hey, let's go get this thing. It's the dejected look on the players' faces.
Yeah.
So, as Shady actually tweeting here, we are the worst tackling team in all of college or pro. 24 don't want to tackle at all.
What gave it away, Shady? What gave it away?
You know.
Austin Harris, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in Sirianni's box. Yeah, me too. If he doesn't fire Nick Sirianni, the city might turn on him completely.
I mean, after this performance, I don't know how you can't do that. Like,
is Sirianni delusional or is it ego? Says Legendary Custom. I think it's a little bit of both. I think he's just not a smart, offensive-minded head coach. I think that he was protected by Frank Reich. He was in Indy. I think he was then protected by Shane Steichen in Philadelphia when Steichen was still here, and I think he is now being completely exposed. And, you could say Brian Johnson's an offensive genius, but if Brian Johnson couldn't convince Sirianni to change things up a little bit, I wouldn't want him on my team. That's for damn sure.
No. He hasn't proven enough. He hasn't proven anything. I don't know what you could think about that, but yes, the coaches all know. I don't know how you could be sitting there and like blindly telling yourself, like, oh, I'll be back here. I'll be back next season. What has anybody done to prove any of that? And Jalen needs to be better. I think everybody realizes that. It's not like Jalen hasn't had some issues or concerns with the blitz and everything else, but like the confidence that he has is also like it's kind of in tandem with the coaches, as we've seen, because you have him on tape, on film last season with Steichen versus the difference there. So you got to get somebody who can make the game easier for him. And when he's talking in his ear, like, oh, hey, that makes sense. You're helping with checks. You're helping with understanding of play calls and situations and what we're actually doing. And I just don't think that he's getting that. And you're seeing it reflect on the field, obviously, as we've seen all season, but it's just gotten worse and worse because teams figured out the recipe to beat the Eagles. That's plain and simple. That's what it was.
Oh, man. Just tired of saying the same stuff over and over and over and over again. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, as Pete says, Kelsey plays his last game. Man, I
this is a sad.
I would hate for it to be, but
it
very well could. It very well could. And man, just to go out without a single playoff victory and in this fashion of just getting
waxed,
obliterated.
All right, well, they're in plus territory, 25-9. Josh takes over in fourth quarter.
Hurts a bobbled snap, but he gets it. Going to roll out left side as he doesn't appear to have anyone downfield, and he's going to launch a deep shot now, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Lucy threw it away that time.
Yeah, that's true. 14:52 to play in the fourth quarter, and
got to score in this
technically
drive.
It's a 2-possession game, but yeah, you need to score without a doubt on this drive, and hope you can get some stops and everything else.
9 points for this offense, man. Golly.
RSNP says, my wife is so grateful y'all are keeping my sanity. Well, I'm glad we can help, I guess. Misery loves company because we're all in it together. But Hurts takes the snap, 2nd and 10, rolling out right side, pressured, throwing a deep shot here.
Smitty.
It's complete at the sticks. Smitty with a first down. He grabs it there at the 22.
Only guy playing. Sullivan says, bottom line, boys, this sucks. Yes, it does, Sully. Yes, it does. Smitty's been the only bright spot. His jersey's like green instead of white because he's been beat up so hard. He's the only guy playing. Buck 41 tonight.
Hurts now takes the snap, handoff to Swift, brought down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. Elijah Cansey.
I'm scared to say it, but Kelsey might have lost a little of a step this year. He's still good. He's still a Pro Bowler, but it's definitely time, I think. I think this is clearly it. He got obliterated that snap. You hate to see it. Still good, but age gets us all, I guess.
2nd and 12, Jalen in the gun. Takes the snap. Fake handoff to Swift. Got it over the middle. Complete at the 20. Breaks a tackle and up to the 18 or maybe 17. There's a flag in the backfield, though. I don't know if this is...
it's going to be an eligible man down the field.
Yep.
Because we don't know how to scheme RPOs because we're stupid. Don't know how to do it. That's Juergens again.
Because we don't run it enough, and then players, whenever we do run it, they haven't seen it.
Goodness gracious. Oh, Cam. So stupid. Second and 17. Sick.
And a flag for a false start. Yep.
Why haven't we run any plays from center? Eric, that's a great question. We are stupid. Did you watch the Packer game yesterday? They ran a bunch of naked boots, a bunch of play action. They love doing it under center. Not us.
Nope.
Not us. We have one play. That's read option or play fake and throw a 10-yard stop. Oh, my goodness.
Yep, this is an absolute nightmare. 2nd and 22, and a field goal does nothing for you. So you're playing for scoring on this drive. You're going to go for it on 4th down. You call a play here maybe to get 10 yards back or so.
Imagine going to a Super Bowl coach and getting fired the next season. This is Atlanta. Yeah, that's what Nick Sirianni is going to have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Carolina almost beat this team last week. Just remember that. Carolina.
Yeah. 9-0. Oh, man. 2nd and 22. Jalen takes a snap, pressured, has to get it away quick to Swift, and he's hit after a gain of 1. They know exactly what's coming. It is blitz Jalen. He's going to throw it quick. You're going to be able to tackle the guy for next to no yards.
This is so bad. Oh, my goodness. It's so bad. So bad. Me too, Matthew. Me too. I wish he was our head coach.
Oh, man. It's so, yep.
Over 7 on 3rd down here. You think they get a 3rd and 21?
Highly doubt that. Jalen now in the gun, though. Swift to his right. Trips left. Smitty, the only receiver. Far side right, takes the snap, 4-man pressure, going to roll up to the right side, now going to throw it over the middle, complete to Swift, up to the 22-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down. Probably about 11.
They're kicking a field goal.
Okay. I mean,
Does that
it's a
make sense?
2-possession game, and you kick a field goal, and it's still a 2-possession game.
Okay.
So
sounds like a really good idea.
I don't know.
Well, I guess you just pad Jake Elliott's career stats.
Elliott, the 40-yard attempt is up and good.
Flag.
So 25-12. Yeah, there's a flag.
They will go for this if it's on Tampa. And it looks like it is. Offsides. Yeah, you go for this now. Got to go now. Thank you, Tampa.
Yeah, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Without question. Yep,
Jalen
you're going to go
buckles
for
the
it.
helmet. Yep.
Come on.
Is that twice now? Been offsides?
He might be, actually. That's just for some people that may not be aware. That is Tristan McCollum's twin brother, Zion McCollum.
That's right.
So, yeah.
That's right. 4th and 5. Not that you think that they can get it, but they have to try.
Yeah, no doubt. Got to go for it. Give it a shot. If they don't get it, what's coming? Do you think a blitz is coming from Tampa?
No, you think so?
I don't know what would make me think that, but
they're gonna go empty just in case. That way, he has no protection. Now they'll motion game well in.
Okay, game well's there. Yeah. 4th and 5. 4 on the play clock. Blitz is showing. Blitz is coming. Jalen takes a snap. He's looking right side. He's throwing it deep to the end zone.
Go route.
It bounces off of
Go
Smith.
route.
Incomplete.
Home run ball. 4th and 5 because we're idiots and we don't know what we're doing. Go ball. God, get out of here. This is such dog. Ugh. I'm so done. I'm so done with go balls on 4th down.
It's literally, it's the answer for everything. Smitty's kind of there, but the defender also it's like it's a hard attempt to catch that anyway. But you should not be calling that. When you know for sure, hey, another blitz is going to come. What do we call? The plays are not in the offense. Like Jalen may not be seeing it properly, but the play calling is just not in the offense to be the blitz. You're just not helping Jalen. Oh boy, yeah. If I'm Lurie, I mean, I already had this thought, but it's without question. You're moving on. I know you made it to a Super Bowl, but it is fundamentally flawed, and it's not a close issue or question. It is absolutely terrible.
Oh my goodness. I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for it to be done. I am ready for it to be done.
I'm right there with you.
I'm so ready for this to be done.
The K dude, I could call a better game. Yeah, well.
Just get me out of here. Just get me out of this coaching staff. It is horrific. Horrific. This offense feels worse than the 2022 offense without A.J. Brown. Like, even the 2022 offense had some... They could run the ball, This offense can't do anything. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I can't. I hope they lose and lose quickly because... I can't keep watching this. 7 straight weeks of this is really bad.
Yep.
Really bad.
I'm right there with you. But shout out to Full Sin Daily. Became a member for 1 month. The Let's Run It tier said Nick needs to be fired. That should have been a slant. Yes, it absolutely should have been a slant.
Anything but a home run shot. How about that? Anything but a home run shot.
Something, a blitz beater, anything. The middle of the field was open. Like, they just can't call it.
You know what's coming. They knew they were going to do this all week long, and they didn't have a plan. What was the plan?
That's the issue. What are we up to now? We're like 30 blitzes, 30 plus blitzes on Jalen at this point. Yeah, you knew it was coming. Oh, Mayfield now taking a shot over the middle, wide open, easy completion for a gain of 20 yards before Slay brings down. Who was that? It's not Otten. It was Durham.
I feel so stupid buying in. Let's see. Hang on. They're showing us the replay here. Single high safety, so it's zero coverage, no one in the middle of the field, And the Eagles
Slant.
run.
There it is. Slant. Every I mean, he's got Goddard over the middle. I mean, Jalen could have gone to
It's 3
him.
go routes, though.
I understand.
3 go routes.
It's kind of both. It's kind of both. Not like there wasn't an option, but still, yeah. It's you need more than just one player of Goddard coming through. There's a pass to Godwin over the side. It's about a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
There's Goddard yelling at him. Yeah, Goddard knows you. Oh,
yeah. I mean, he had him. I'm just saying, like, play calling is atrocious, but he had Goddard there.
We are a disaster, man. We are a disaster. How did we win 10 games, man?
Unbelievable. Hand up here to Edmonds. They're going to try to break a tackle. Sweat brings him down. A gain of about 2. Brings up a 3rd down. Vision says Goddard frustrated because all year he was probably targeted 7 times.
Yeah, not wrong.
Not a lot.
Not wrong.
I mean, I don't think there's a question that Hurts doesn't prefer to look over the middle of the field as they're showing Lurie, and that is a not happy look right there. That is a, hey, I'm going to fire out all you guys. Your time is done.
He knows. Get him, Jeff. Gosh, this sucks. Oh, this is terrible.
That's a 1st down completion to Otten.
There are a couple of people I can't wait to never see again. 1 is Sirianni, 2 is Patricia, 3 is Nicholas Morrow, 4 Kevin Byard, 5 is James Bradbury. If I never see those human beings ever on my screen in Eagles uniforms again in my life, it will be too soon. It'll be way too soon. I'm so done with it.
Yeah, there's Kelsey on the sideline too. Man, the look of that's just so sad. 1st and 10 now. 9-14 in the 4th. Hand off to Edmonds left side. Good stop there, Jalen Carter. There's a flag on the play, probably holding against the Bucs.
Holding on the Bucs.
Yep, there's a hold on BG there, so it'll back it up. There's got to be so many people gone. I mean, it's not just it's
going to be a very different team next year. Very different team. Extremely different team.
Personnel, players, coaches. Baker Mayfield taking a shot. Mike Evans complete, and wow, might have just converted a 1st and 20. If not, it's going to be like a 2nd and 1. Back shoulder throw on Slay.
Might have 2 new corners next year. At the rate that we're going, you might have 2. Slay's been irrelevant tonight. Oh, man. Let's wrap this game up, guys. Please, just hurry it up. What a way to end this season. What a way.
Almighty Dreadhead said Shane Steichen was the mastermind. Without question, he was. There's no doubt.
He was.
Look at the Colts. Look what they did with Minshew. Rashad White up the middle, gains the 1st down and more, about 9 yards up into Philly territory at the 36-yard line.
Mark J., I used to defend Sirianni. Can't do it anymore. Yeah, I'm the same way. I did too. Cannot anymore. Matt says, I genuinely want to remove my eyes with a rusty spoon. Can you do mine after you do yours? Please. Man.
So bad.
Oh, man. And we've basically known this for 7 weeks. I've just been holding out hope that they weren't going to be like, even the Bills game feels like a different dimension. They were fun and exciting, and they could move the football. 9 points tonight. 9.
Yep. As much as they wanted to hold on to, even Sirianni in the presser, what was he saying? Like we have a top 10 offense. He's like, oh, hey, we're top 10 offense. We're ranking,
Huh.
all the first down,
Yeah.
second down. We're getting yards. We're
Yeah.
picking up.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Shut
Your
up.
top 10 offense is
Trash.
atrocious.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Why did Philly call timeout? Is there an injured Eagle? They just called timeout to make us prolong the suffering?
I don't know what that was for. Well, shout out to Soldier of Christ says, remember when we were 10-1 and won against the Bills? Good times. Love you guys. See you next season. We appreciate it.
Well,
Appreciate
you should
the
hang
support.
out.
It's,
You should hang out in the off season, but
we are going to see all the changes and cover all the coaches and draft coverage, and we be live during the draft too. So that's always a blast. But I can understand if you need a break after seeing this because this is insane.
Cisco,
also,
you got it.
Cisco Jr., our team is also getting old. A lot of cap room, if you ask me. If we let go of most of the older players, grateful, but time got to change by Sirianni as the Bucs looks like they pick up a first down to Mike Evans there. Yeah, I think without question. I mean, I started a poll here to see. I would say that it wasn't near this much in favor of Sirianni being fired last week. Everyone was like, oh no, made it to the Super Bowl, even if we lose. But I think it was hard to envision. But we kept saying if you get blown out, if you get beat like you got beat against the Giants, he's getting fired. And I think that he's already on the hot seat. But this is what we're seeing. So 315 votes and 84% saying yes, Sirianni's going to be fired.
There you go. I would be the 300 and whatever vote because I agree. Yep. Sully says, time for the real MVP, Howie Roseman. Well, Howie's got a lot of work to do because his patchwork defense didn't work. Didn't work this year. Got to think about a linebacker at some point, Howie.
Without question. It makes a massive difference, even if he wants to live in denial and think that it doesn't. But it is.
The fire Sirianni sign. You see that? Someone got a fire Sirianni sign to the stadium. What a hero!
You had to bring it. Come on. Now Baker, the handoff to Rashad White, first down on 3rd and 1. They're showing Howie now up there as he's packing up his binoculars.
Back it up.
He realizes, and there you go. Yep, to Lurie. All the conversation here is everyone knows the writing's on the wall, going back and forth. It's going to be over. There's going to be no shot.
Batman Pikachu, keep AJ Smitty, Swift, Dallas, Gainwell, Slay, Elliott. Everyone else, including coaches, can go. Seems that way.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Jalen's got to stay there too, but I understand some frustration. But he'll be better. He'll be better with a proper OC and an offensive game plan, an offensive scheme. Again, there's a ton of quarterbacks, not just Jalen. There's a ton of quarterbacks that would look terrible in this offense. Even if you want to say, hey, they're top 10 quarterbacks. Put them in this offense with this system and the lack of creativity, they're not looking good.
Still 7 minutes to go. Put me out of my misery. Goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh.
William Gunther says, take the security dude off the sideline. The Eagles go to hell. Well, he's actually back now, and it didn't matter.
There. So. Didn't make a difference.
Mr. Chris says, I don't know that we can move Bradbury. Too much dead money, and no one will give us even one candy corn for him. Yeah, no one's trading for Bradbury, but it's like a $12 million cap hit? That's a lot.
It's a lot.
And the handoff to Rashad White, going to cut out the right side, nowhere to go. Several Eagles there. Gang tackle for a loss of 1. And Slay is holding his back. He might be, I think he's down and injured.
Who?
Slay. Yeah, he's injured. Holding his back. Golly, bro. Just kind of writhing in pain, too. Hopefully he's all right. But, man, it's just...
You wonder if Jeff Lurie overreacts to this and goes and gets Bill Belichick, or dumps as much money at Ben Johnson or Jim Harbaugh as he physically can. Like that picture they just showed us of him in his booth, dumbfounded and just disgusted, feels like he knows that he has to salvage this roster because it still is very good, right? And if there was a time, remember when he overreacted and got Chip Kelly, and it was like, okay, let's see what happens. We're going to roll the dice here, and they gave him a bunch of money, and they gave him total control, and they benched Howie. Feels like you're going to get one of those moves. This doesn't feel like just, we'll go hire some, Nick Sirianni again, right? I mean, Nick Sirianni was just kind of a random hire from the right coaching tree. No one really knew who he was. Low risk, nothing crazy. Just get him in here. Let smart offensive coordinators help him out. This feels like he's going to blow everything up and do some really serious searching for a brand new mentality for Philadelphia next year. The problem is that you're probably not going to get Harbaugh. Belichick is being sought after by multiple teams, including Atlanta. I think Vrabel is probably the leader in the clubhouse right now. I really think that Mike Vrabel is probably the best option, unless they have a shot at Ben Johnson, which, if you do, I'd rather have Johnson. You want offensive-minded head coaches, but he's very untested, he's very unproven. But you got to like what he's doing with Jared Goff and that Lions offense, and you figure he could do something similar with Philadelphia's. Got to think he could.
The thought there for me is like, it really just depends on how much Lurie's wanting to give control to a coach versus like keep it with Howie. Because if it's like a Lurie and Howie thing, then I feel like it's more of a bring in Ben Johnson, where it's, you can kind of do some stuff, but we don't want you to have full control. We don't want you to be proven. Yeah. Versus if it's, hey, let's blow it up, let's go for it and get a name. Then you get Belichick, you get Vrabel, you get Harbaugh. Even as unlikely as some of those may be, you get a bigger name like that. But then you say to Howie, like, hey, sorry, you're kind of losing power here. Like, maybe not fully, but you're losing power, and it's going to be a lot more resembling of the Chip Kelly days where he's not having an input. And I don't know where that will be, because Howie's missed for sure. I mean, you look at the acquisitions and, the draft and trades and all this other stuff, but the coaches have been abysmal too. And so it's like, I don't know. I think it'll tell you a lot. You look at the signing. You mentioned it. We'll go live as soon as it happens, and let you guys know of whoever it ends up being. But it'll tell you a lot of what the position is and where Lurie's at. If it's a big name, then it's, hey, Howie's taking a little bit of a back seat. Maybe not completely, but if it's the vice versa, then your answer is, wow, this may be
they're
more
carting
serious
Slay off the field. Wow.
Yeah. Prayers for Slay there.
Wow.
But that's I thought it was a back injury. I thought it was just, kind of sit there for a little bit, but he was in serious pain and going to take the card out. Shout out to Don Data 98 with a super chat. I didn't see a comment there, but we can, if you do have a comment, we can throw it back up if you make a comment. Let's see. We had also Cisco Jr. with a $2 super chat. Appreciate it. What vets would you guys not bring back next season?
A lot of them. A lot of them. Another thing about the coaching search, this is the year to do it. I mean, think back to the Sirianni year. Not a good year to hire head coaches. All of them are virtually gone. They've all been terrible. This is the year to do it. And I mean, you got this one from Lewis, Harbaugh, Belichick, Slawick, Vrabel, Ben Johnson. Oh man.
Yep. It's hard to say, man, because again, he's saying, and even going back to Cisco's comment there of what vets would you not bring back. It's hard because it depends also on like the salary cap hit. Because Bradbury, I wouldn't want back, but does Howie say for $12 million we'll take the cap hit and just be like, you're gone? He's not worth it. It's almost worth it to just say,
yeah, be a bad idea.
Get rid of him and play the rookies. As Mayfield takes a shot deep for Godwin touchdown. There you go. That is beating a blitz on a 3rd and 7, and that's what Jalen hopes he could do. That was, I mean, not a great throw really, but Godwin coming back to the ball on Avonte Maddox, and now it is 31,
burger, baby.
32, and paper bags on the head of Eagles
32-9. That's really going to be what happens. 32-9. Wow. Wow. 1-6 in your final 7 games. I just can't get past that.
Yep. After 10-1.
I can't get past that. 1-6. Oh man, please let it end. Please let it end.
Shout out to Bill, $2 super chat. Season may be over, but all year you did great work. Appreciate that.
It, guys.
That is, hard to end this way, but again, ultimately it is just a game, so I don't mind saying that. But it's very frustrating. I understand the frustration, and we will still be covering, even though the season may be over for the Birds. It's not over for us. We will have all the off-season draft coverage.
Starts now,
Yeah. Who do they get? Who do you go after?
Slowick. Who is Slowick? That's the Texan offensive coordinator. He's gonna get an offer.
Yeah, with what he's done with Stroud, oh my gosh, yeah, he will definitely get an offer.
Losing Edwards and Kazir, Hargrave, plus a worse OC and DC, says Albert Pastrana. That's it. That's it. Definitely it.
CJ Gardner-Johnson, again, we know he got injured for a lot of the year, but he's back with Detroit. And, I mean, we talk about safety play, but Kevin Byard was not it.
Now we got to wait 6 months. I hate the offseason. I do too, although I like all the offseason drama, Yeah, I think Ben Johnson and Vrabel got to be the first 2 calls. But you got to wait to talk to Ben Johnson, and you got to be, scared of losing somebody else.
Yep.
Oh, boy. My fiance says the dagger in the coaching staff right there.
Let's see. John says, did you guys not get my super chat?
What was your super chat? Let's see.
John, I don't think.
John H?
It's Jon, just Jon, John. I don't
there it is. One. This one?
Oh, did you see
Einstein said it's standing the same thing over and over again, expecting results. I feel the exact same way. There you go. Yeah. Exact same way.
Full Send Daily, any chance team is trying to get Nick fired? We've had that question quite a bit. I still don't believe it, as Jalen is now sacked on 1st and 10.
Please end the misery. Please.
I fail to believe that the team is getting Nick fired. As much as maybe they don't believe, as much as the vision doesn't align with theirs. Playoff time, you go out and try the best, the hardest for yourself, just as a competitor. But I mean, we talked about it for Kelsey, for BG, Fletch. Like, there's no way those guys are sandbagging for him.
Nope. No.
Jalen now throws to Swift. Going to run and get about 5 yards after the penalty. So it's a 2nd and 12, or after the sack. Going to be, 3rd and 12. Got a comment here from Jacob Funk. Says, hey, Josh, what are you going to do since the season is over? Good question. We were talking about that a second ago, but we still will have shows most days. So stick around. We'll figure out who the coaches are going to be, new coordinators, player acquisitions, moving into free agency, and then draft coverage and all sorts of stuff. So it posting schedule won't change too much. Mine will be maybe a little bit, obviously, with baby on the way, but yeah, we'll try to have it as much as possible. You got to Goddard's now
hurt.
Injured. Just run the football and just get out.
You got to get out of here. You don't need blown ACLs final week of the year. 10-1 was their Super Bowl and the Eagles quit. Yep. Offensive pass interference. Sick.
Wow. Penalty on Goddard and injury.
Please just get out of this game. 3 more minutes. Oh my gosh. Can I please go to bed?
As Meg says, hear about a baby, and Greasy Television, congrats on a baby. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. That is the excitement. But
Many day.
not yet still, which is kind of surprising.
Goddard's up now. Thank goodness.
Should be soon.
Oh, I cannot believe we're getting.
Ooh, didn't look great on the knee, but yeah, at least he's up. Hopefully that's not. Hopefully that's not too serious.
Aren't you glad AJ didn't play? I'm so glad AJ didn't play. So glad AJ Brown didn't play.
Yeah, he didn't need to be out there.
Nope. He's lucky. He's lucky to not be.
Jamie says, pluck Dan Lanning away from Eugene, and I promise you that this defense will play their asses on fire next year.
Yeah, Oregon's boosters would not let that happen.
Yeah, that's Phil Knight is going to just pay enough to make sure that he stays put. There's no difference on those, but
nope.
There's a 4-yard completion and 4th down.
Josh celebrating the baby girl there from Albert Pastrana. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to lie. I said Bucs 24-21. I thought it'd be a close game and the Bucs would win, but 32-9.
I'm not going to say what my score was because it was really stupid of me. I feel like an idiot. Really big, stupid idiot.
Oh, my gosh. It's just... there are no words. Jalen now takes the snap, 4th and 12, going to throw completion short of the sticks because, why would you try to complete it? Turnover on down.
Oh, man. $32-9. Crazy. David Broken says, "How do you do this show without cussing up a storm?" Because my mom's watching. So I just have that thought in the back of my head. Yeah. Genuinely.
I'll hear it from
genuinely
several family members.
Yeah, I'll be chastised if I drop some
subdued.
Much love, boys. Ride or die to the goats. Jason Bless, appreciate that. Remember, off-season ride or die. Stay with us in the off-season. It's going to be fun. Big off-season. Important off-season.
Oh, yep. Tons of changes and moves and acquisitions and everything else to get done. But, yeah. We make up for it by go screaming to a pillow and, a lot of obscenity afterwards. But just not on the stream,
Oh, at least we don't have to watch bad football anymore, Like, for the past 7 weeks, it's been trying to pull teeth every week, trying to convince yourself they're going to be okay, trying to convince yourself that it's going to change, trying to convince yourself that they're finally going to start looking like a real NFL team. Don't have to do it anymore. We don't have to pretend. There's no more pretending.
Yep. Oh, so bad. J. Ross Films, thanks for a great year of content. It's still go Birds. Appreciate that. Yes,
always. Go Birds. Go Birds. Always go Birds. At least the Cowboys lost yesterday. We're always so grateful. Protects us very much.
That's true. It could be worse. If they were still in it, we would never hear the end of it. Now it's going to be kind of like, okay, well, you can't say anything. We can't say anything. Just move on.
Mutually assured destruction. That's what that is. Thank goodness.
Yeah. YG said Bills fired OC when they saw the signs and changed their season, but we decided to be idiots.
Yep. How about old Marcus Brady or whatever his name is, the OC for the Bills?
You changed the wrong side of the ball.
Oh, 2-minute warning. Bye-bye, Nick. Can you imagine if they come out and say we're not firing Nick Sirianni? Can you imagine what they would do in Philly? I cannot imagine how you don't do it. Cannot imagine.
There will be riots. There's probably already going to be riots. There will for sure be riots.
I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions because I cannot stand the Chiefs, and I hope that the Chiefs lose next week, and I cannot stand the Niners, and so anyone but those two. Not a huge Baltimore fan, so I would much rather the Bills do it. Bill or Harbaugh, who you guys Eagles next coach? I don't think either will. I think another one of these other rebuilding teams will go for Bill Belichick. I think you're looking at Johnson. Probably Vrabel, though, would be probably number one. And there's been some reporting on that as well. Philly's very interested.
Yeah. I could see that.
I think it'll be Vrabel. They haven't gone defensive head coach in forever. The fear is who plays or who calls the plays as the offensive coordinator. Is it they bring in Arthur Smith, a Vrabel guy, had some success there back when the Titans had a 1 seed and Ryan Tannehill. I mean, I don't like the idea because I live in Atlanta and I know how bad Arthur Smith is. But
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know that I love that idea.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's questions abound, but I mean, I guess the benefit is terrible, but the silver lining is we're gonna have an answer sooner rather than later. The Eagles will not make a mistake. I can't believe that they'll make a mistake of delaying this thing. It'll be a decision. Jeffrey Lurie has already probably been pondering that for this entire second half of, okay, well, this is what's going to happen. And Sirianni will meet with Lurie and it'll be over and they'll be done. Move on, get your next head coach, figure out who that's going to be for their coordinators and the staff, and restart, get the buy-in. China says lock Brian Johnson out of the locker room.
Yeah, safe to say he's gone. Safe to say, but he will get another shot because people think it's Sirianni.
Right. Yes.
So,
I agree. He will for sure get another shot. I think that I don't know. I'll say this. I don't know that he's good, but he's better than what you saw. I would fully believe that because Sirianni's offensive scheme does not help a play caller, and so I would say that he'll get another shot. See if he actually does anything on that side, but. Oh, boy. 0 for 9 third down conversions for the Eagles. Says it all. Mayfield handoff to Edmonds, hit in the backfield by Morrow. Brings up a 4th down. There's a minute 50 and ticking. It'll go down to about a minute and 20.
Eagles have a negative 82-point differential the final 7 weeks of the season. That is something.
Oh, gotta love it. Derek Season, thanks for covering the Birds' final 2 minutes of Sirianni's career in Philly. Until next year.
Enjoy it while it lasts, baby. Enjoy it while it lasts.
This guy.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. All right, here you go. Got to enjoy it. This is one more minute Eagles football for the next 6 months.
Oh, my gosh.
Smile and enjoy it.
Turnover on down, so it's going to stop the clock. A minute 9. Just kneel it. They're not going to, but just get it over with. Yeah, that was worse than the Giants. Negative 82. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right. Make sure you sub before we end today's broadcast. Almost over. Sub for the inevitable notification that Nick Sirianni has been fired tomorrow. Turn on your notification bell, please, because it will be quick, and you will want to get the latest. We'll have it right here. How about Baker, man? Journeyman, first-round pick. Found a home.
Yeah.
Good roster.
Yep.
Weak division. All right. Jason
Good for him.
Kelsey's out.
Mariota hands off to Kenny Gainwell, too. So
one more. That'll do it.
Yeah. So I feel like we'll get a San Francisco and Detroit in the NFC Championship game, and I would feel like the Ravens and I think Ravens and Buffalo in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, I think so, too. Oh, man, Kelsey's crying. That's hard to watch.
I can't.
He knows.
I mean, I think that might be.
He knows. That's hard to watch. Yeah.
Stout is definitely feeling it too.
Damn.
Golly, you gotta send that dude out like that. That's just.
All right, well, what do you say, man? I think we said it all. Oh, yeah. Man, Jason.
That's so hard to watch. Just all that he's been through this season and golly.
Brutal to watch. Horrific. It is over. 7 straight weeks of hell, and it is finally over. It's done. And now you prepare for a very important offseason because we've seen this team have collapses in the past, and the one good thing about the entire organization is that they rebuild very quickly. They rebound. They rebounded after Doug Peterson firing. They rebounded after the Carson Wentz contract error. I mean, they have done good jobs rebuilding, and there's still going to be a good roster here. I retweeted on my Twitter account some of the free agents, a bunch of the old guys. Not a lot. The core is locked up. You still have a good offensive line. You still have all the receivers, Smitty, A.J. Brown, Hurts, if he can figure things out going forward. They have young options on the defensive line. Like, this is still a team that can win games, but they are going to need a new direction that has some offensive skill, has a new defensive scheme. You've got to see some major changes, or else you just can't keep wasting this time, because the Eagles are almost a year removed from nearly outdueling the Chiefs in a Super Bowl, and getting back to that is as difficult as it comes, and it's going to be a very important offseason. We're going to cover it for you guys on both our channels for sure.
Yes, we will be sure to have all of it. Make sure to check it out. But yeah, this is, man, I just can't. There's no words for the season. The way that it ended, you do a 10-1, and all of a sudden, this is how it turns out. It's just unbelievable.
Terrible.
Yeah, there's a question here real quick for Clasher. Says, does a channel stream the press conference so I can watch it live? Yes, the Eagles channel on YouTube will have the live post-game breakdown, so you can watch it there. And then obviously we'll have it tomorrow. Breakdowns on everything that went wrong and what to look forward to and all the other stuff.
There you go. All right. Best of luck on the baby for Josh any day now, most likely this week, probably tomorrow, the next day, who knows? And best of luck to Jeffrey Lurie, who has a big decision to make. So appreciate you guys. Fun watching these games. Again, plenty of breakdowns, plenty of stuff getting ready for the offseason. We'll have it all for you guys this week. Josh Davis from Thomas Mott, one last time, signing off for the rest of your guys' evening. See ya.